Good evening once again, baseball fans. It's baseball with Beatles eternally. Yeah, I'll get my name right someday. Yeah, you just never know. It could happen. It could definitely happen. So hopefully everybody had a good day and decided to just because I didn't feel right leaving out the largest heresy of all. So I've changed the heresies in these decade teams, the team nicknames. I just picked a player from each team, some pretty good ones. So what do we have here? So now for the new names, we have the Providence Hamiltons. So that's going to be the 19th century. And let's take these in order. Why not? Then we have the Newark Wagners. That's the 1900s team. And then for the 1910s, we have the Albany Cobs. And then for the 1920s, let's see here. What do we got here? We have the Danbury Ruths. Makes sense. And then for the 1930s, we have the Macon Garrigs. Then we go to Syracuse next. And for Syracuse, we have the Syracuse Kiners. And then for Detroit, that's Detroit, you and me, the Detroit Musules. And then we have the Atlanta Clementes. And then we have the Milwaukee Morgans, the 1970s team. Then for the 1980s, we have the Jackson Hendersons. And then we have the Toledo Piazzas. And last but not least, the Indiana Jeters. So, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this. And I know I'm on way earlier than usual. Probably not going to get anybody in, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to do a game anyhow. It will be a lot of fun. So we're going to play. I think we're going to do the 1920s versus the 1950s and 60s, I think is what we're going to do. Why not? Thinking about letting this play out as a season. So let's do, for tonight, an exhibition game. All right. So what do we want to do? Let me see. 19th century. 1900s, 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, so 50s. So 50s and 60s. So we're going to have Detroit at Atlanta. And, of course, I'm not using, right, it's Atlanta, but the ballparks. Just picking cities. All right, so let's do this. This will be a lot of fun. I hope you guys will enjoy it. And we're just going to set our lineups over here. There's MV. There's my friend MV. All right, we're just going to so we're going to have Robin Roberts. Cool. And the computer is going to pick. Whoa. All right, so it's going to be Drysdale versus Rob. Okay, good stuff. No DH in this league, thank goodness. All right. So they're going to face Drysdale. So we're going to load the first lineup versus righties. All right, looks good. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. You are the first in the ballpark, MV, and you're probably going to be the only one in the ballpark. Let's do this. Alright, welcome to the ballpark. We're at Shea Stadium today for an exhibition game where Detroit will take on Atlanta. So this is going to be the Detroit Musules and the Atlanta Clementes. This is going to be a duel between Robin Roberts and Don Drysdale. So it should be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Basically what these are, MV, these are teams it's a subset, an older subset of the baseball history collection, where these are the greatest players by decade, from the 19th century to the 2000s. And so what I decided to do was just to split them up and have some fun. So this is going to be a little bit of, I believe, 1950s and 1960s baseball. So here we go. Don Drysdale, looking at his numbers here in this game. Coming into the season, 2.61 earned run average, 18 wins, 13 losses, 1 save, 285 and 2/3 innings pitched. He has walked 59 and struck out 213. Richie Ashburn, center fielder, to lead it off here for Detroit, the Detroit Mules. Ashburn hitting .334, 3 home runs, and 47 runs batted in. And we have a beautiful day for baseball. It's always a beautiful day for baseball, even when it isn't, right? So here we go. It's 58 degrees, so kind of a little chilly here. Clear skies. Winds 9 miles per hour in from left center field at Shea. I get to see Maz show why he should be in the Hall of Fame. If Maz is on the starting lineup in this game, yes he is. There he is batting 8th for the Clementes. All right, Ashburn bats lefty, steps in against Don Drysdale, who was said would throw at his own grandmother. And we'll let the game do its opening, and here we go. Hopefully you enjoy. Big Clue. Every day is a good day for a ball game. This is Big Clue. Here's the delivery to Ashburn. Comebacker to the mound. Drysdale up with it onto the baby bull. Orlando Cepeda. 1 away. So Big Clue. I've renamed the heresies because I couldn't leave out the biggest heresy in Christianity. So, well, at least according to the Catholic and Orthodox churches. So rather than do that, I've decided to just name teams after one of their great players. So we have the Mules versus the Clementes. This is 1950s, 1960s baseball. This is the Baseball History Collection older subset, taking the greatest players of each decade. So all strong teams. All right, Jackie Jensen now. Late of the Boston Red Sox. Jensen's numbers, 278 average, 24 home runs, 104 runs batted in. These are still exhibitions. Not sure what I'm going to do with this league yet. Drysdale, hopefully will throw here in a second. Or do we have a crash? Everything has just gone boom. So I have no sound coming from the game. And this I do not understand. Oh, I see what's going on. Hang on. Or maybe I don't see what's going on. This is Action PC being bizarre. I love this game. Yeah, it just did what it shouldn't have done. And it's not doing what it should do. And that's nice. Not at all. Because now we somehow have Carl Hubble in here. There are times when this game drives me crazy. So we're going to try this again. And I don't know why it does what it does. Every once in a while, it just has a little choke. Let's try again. And again, we're going to have Detroit versus Atlanta. And again, not the Atlanta Braves and not the Detroit Tigers. And let's see if this thing is going to have another aneurysm. All right, play. Let's do a computer lineup. So it's going to be Robin Roberts, view opponents. It could be I don't have the ballpark set up properly. I have no idea what's going on. So I beg your indulgence, gents. All right, so pretty good lineup here. Let's get back to our opponent facing a righty. Let's load again. Let's do the second lineup versus righty. See what we have. Pretty much the same thing. Here we go. And again, welcome to Shea Stadium. And let's go to our options, preferences, and that's what I want. The computer will be managing Detroit. All right, Richie Ashburn getting another shot here. Make sure our ballpark layout looks all right. as sometimes that will bung things up. And it is a little bit of a mess, isn't it? And let's raise the left field fence there a little bit at Shea. Just a bit, though. Just a bit. There we go. I know Robert's playing a game right now, but I wanted to get a baseball game in tonight, and I didn't want to wait till like 9 o'clock to do it. And if we just only get a couple people in here, that's fine. Just do it anyhow. Let me see. Do I like this positioning? Let's move this third base grandstand. Move the first base grandstand. That is power. Let's move our center fielder in a little bit. Somebody had written a program, and I've never tried it yet, that actually will auto-configure ballparks. Not sure how that works. All right. Well, there we go. Ironically, the league being largely focused in the Mid-Atlantic and New England states bears a history of denomination to this country. And, of course, there was only one place Catholics could live freely for quite a while without persecution, and that was Maryland. Lord Baltimore was a Catholic. They had some freedom in Pennsylvania, but elsewhere, especially in New England, ooh, bad stuff. But the biggest heresy from the, especially from the Orthodox and hardcore Catholics, was never included in this, and I didn't want to honk people off by including that heresy, so I just decided to rename it after players. It would be a lot of fun. Drysdale delivers now. The 2-1 pitch to Rishi Ashburn. Let's see if this thing has a stroke this time. Ashburn swings, chopper to first. Cepeda up with it. Takes it unassisted for the first out. All right. Here's Jackie Jensen now. We've already announced these guys before. So the 0-1 delivery. Jensen, this one out of here in a hurry. Jackie Jensen homers to straight center field. 406 feet here at Shea Stadium. And it is 1-0. Minnie Minoso stepping in now. 312, 19 home runs, 96 runs batted in. Minoso with an excellent career in baseball. Drysdale with a 1-2 delivery. Fastball, chopped, and Mazeroski has it. And over to the baby bull. 2 up, 2 down. And here is Gil Hodges. Took too long to put Gil Hodges in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Hodges hitting .294, 33 home runs, 107 runs batted in. Drysdale into his motion, the 1-1 delivery curveball. Hodges swings. This one scorched to left. Billy Williams up with it. Gets it into Jim Fregosi. So Hodges aboard with 2 down. Hodges not known for his speed. And here is Let's Play 2, Ernie Banks, one of my favorite players all time in baseball. .292 hitter, coming into the season, 40 home runs, 114 runs batted in. Drysdale delivers to Banks. Banks swings, high fly ball, center field. Vatapinson has it in his sights and bring it down. Side retired, no 1 run, 2 hits, no errors to the Jackie Jensen. That was a shot to straight center field in Shea Stadium, and it's the Musils 1 and the Clementes coming to bat. Looking at the numbers for Robin Roberts, a 2.94 under on average, 22-12 record last season with 2 saves, 309 2/3 innings pitched, walked 55, struck out 154. Roberts steals to the lefty Pinson, 0-2 delivery. Pinson skies this one to left, going back on it in the corner. Minnie Minoso just short of the track for the first out of the bottom of the first. Here's shortstop Jim Fregosi now, 274, 16 home runs, 63 runs batted in. Roberts peers in. Has the sign from Yogi Berra, the wind in the 0-2. Fregosi, little bounding ball up to first. Roberts going over to cover. Hodges with the underhand toss. 2 down. The baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, 324, 34 home runs, 109 runs batted in, batting in the number 3 slot. Berra sets the sign. Roberts wheels and deals. Cepeda swinging his first pitch. Chopper to third. Nice play. Nice play by Eddie Yost to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the second. It's the Musials 1, the Clementes nothing. Jackie Jensen, just learned about this guy over the past year. Pretty good player. Yep. Yeah, he's a guy that does slip on. Hey, there's Aaron Reed. And Aaron forgot to thank you for being in the chat last night. It went long. So YouTube only saves chats up to a certain point in the past. So mea culpa for not thanking you, but I do thank you for being here last night. Very, very much so. But yeah, Jackie Jensen, good player, MV. And MV, let me know if you need any help with Baseball for Windows. I can help you. I know Robbie's been helping you, but I might be able to offer you even some more assistance. So just, let me know in the Discord. All right, 5 people in. Thank you very much, guys. All right, Yogi Berra leads it off here for Detroit. The Detroit Musials will be followed by Eddie Yost and Red Schoendienst. So Stan Musial not in the starting lineup, ironically, but that's all right. Berra hitting .304, 21 home runs, 103 runs batted in, batting in the 6th slot here for Detroit. Drysdale winds and fires. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Change up Berra. Little chopper to second. Mazeroski takes it on the high hop, and Berra, not so much because of his speed, infield hit. It looked like Maz, that hop was a bit high, and a little trouble getting out of his glove. So Yogi Berra aboard, and again, not a lot of speed there, but Berra just getting out of the box. Eddie Yost now, 272 hitter, 15 home runs, 53 runs batted in. I like this league because you're going to see a lot of players that you normally wouldn't among the usual suspects. Eddie Yost being one of them. I don't remember seeing Eddie Yost in any content creator's channel, and yet a pretty good player. Not Hall of Fame, but good player. Drysdale works now with Berra on first. Yost swings in the first pitch. Grounded to first. The baby bull will take it to the bag himself to retire Eddie Yost. Berra will make second on the play. 1 down. Runner in scoring position. Detroit looking for more to the Jackie Jensen home run in the top of the first. And here's Red Schoendienst. And I'm not going to say it to you in Dutch because it will hurt my voice. But it's actually not pronounced Schoendienst. Anyhow, 304 hitter, 10 home runs, 65 runs batted in for Schoendienst. Berra at second, 1 away. Drysdale with a 1-2 delivery to Schoendienst. Fastball, and this one, hard hit grounder. Cepeda takes it in plenty of time to the bag to retire Schoendienst. 2 away, and Yogi Berra moves on to third, and here's Robin Roberts, 165 average, a home run, 7 runs batted in. Drysdale works from the stretch. The 2-0 delivery, fastball. Roberts sends this one to center field. Going back on is Vatapinson, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Musials 1, the Clementes nothing. Due up, Billy Williams, Roberto Clemente, and Brooks Robinson. Billy Williams, another great Cubs player, a player that I like a lot. Williams hitting .319, 34 home runs, 104 runs batted in. Big Clue says Beatles eternally. Aaron posted in Discord today he could use some assistance getting old-time baseball and hardball installed. Pretty pleased. All right, I will get help for you, Aaron. Should not be a problem. Hardball could be tricky because I've never installed hardball, but there's a site where you can actually get old-time baseball. I've got to get this baseball site up where I can host files because I have a version of old-time baseball where DOSBox is already configured. But we'll see what we can do for you, my friend. All right. Usually it's just setting, right, PCs used to have the extended and expanded memory and making sure to get the right, what was it? IIRC and all that kind of stuff, and sound card interrupts. We'll get you going, buddy. All right, here is Billy Williams now. Yep. Here's the delivery from Roberts to Billy Williams. And this one, a shot to right. Jensen up with it. Williams going for 2. The slide. and Billy Williams in ahead of the Ernie Banks tag. So the Clementes now with a tying run at second base, nobody out for Roberto Clemente, the great one, hitting a .330 clip, 19 home runs, 87 runs batted in. Roberts into his motion, the 1-1 delivery to Clemente. Change up, sky to center field. Ashburn has a beat on it and pulls it in. Billy Williams tags a second, going for 3, and Yost tag not in time. So Billy Williams just 90 feet away with a tying run here for the Clementes in the bottom of the second, and one of the greatest players of all time, also Brooks Robinson. .287 average, 20 home runs, 88 runs batted in. So Robinson known so much for his defense, but Robinson also had power. But the plays he made at third base just look like trick photography. Roberts into the stretch, the 0-2, and Robinson looks at a called third, strike 3. Robin Roberts' pitch, just painting the inside corner. And here is catcher Bill Freehan, long-time Detroit Tiger. .256 for him, 14 home runs, 64 runs batted in. Roberts works from the stretch. Freehan swings at the first pitch. Fly ball to right. Jensen going back on it and on the track makes the catch. So the Clementes threaten but do not score, stranding a runner at third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 2, and it's the Musials 1 and the Clementes nothing. Yeah, I love Robin Roberts. Got to root for the Clementes. All right. Trying to use it with RetroArch. I don't know how that's going to work with RetroArch, because my familiarity with RetroArch, Aaron, is for arcade games and not DOS games. I don't know that RetroArch supports those. So we might have to do a DOSBox configuration and you run it that way. So we'll have to see, my friend. Because I know the version of Old Time Baseball I have, basically it's already pre-configured. And figured out a way to get that to you somehow. It's only a 500 megabyte file. I just maybe put it on Google Drive or something. You basically click it and boom, it starts. Hardball, I've never messed with Hardball 3, so I might have to tinker around with it, my friend. Yeah, I also have the LaRussa games too, and again, those are the ones I have are pre-configured. I mean, the Tony LaRussa baseballs before number 3 really, to me, aren't worth it. So I don't know how they work, because I have RetroArch and all that stuff, and they're meant to be arcade emulators. So we'll get it figured out for you. All right, probably not tonight, because this is not going to be a long stream. Because I have earlier work tomorrow, but I missed you guys, wanted to get in a baseball game. But Aaron, we'll get you hooked up, and Baseball for Windows hopefully in about another week or so. I'll get your address privately. We should swap emails and private message in Discord, so that way I can get that sent to you in the Bluegrass State. All right, Richie Ashburn, we're back at the top of the order for Detroit. Ashburn hitting .334, 3 home runs, 47 runs batted in. As we said, Ashburn grounded to first his last time up. 1-0 your score. Good tight ball game. Don Drysdale has neither walked nor struck out a batter, but touched up for a home run. Jackie Jensen in the top of the first. Drysdale with a 3-0 delivery to Ashburn. And curveball, this one misses out wide. So Ashburn aboard. And Richie last season stole 17 bases. So a little bit of speed here. Jackie Jensen 1 for 1. Hit that 406-foot shot to dead center. Ashburn into his lead. Don Drysdale lets it go. There goes Richie Ashburn, and Richie Ashburn picks up his first steal. So Detroit with a runner in scoring position. Jensen back in the box in the 0-1 delivery. Fastball swung on, chopped up the middle. Mazeroski up with it over to Cepeda, and this one is going to be a throwing error. And Ashburn will score on the Mazeroski error. So that's an E4 on Maz. And Jensen on at first. It is 2-0 in favor of the Musels. As Minnie Minoso steps up, Minnie grounded to second, back in the first. Jackie Jensen with 16 steals. Here's a delivery, the 0-2 from Drysdale. Minoso swings, fly ball to center field, and Vatapinson has it. Jensen gets back to first. Wouldn't be surprised to see Don Drysdale, if this keeps up, doing a little bit of headhunting. Gil Hodges is 1 for 1, singled back in the first. Jensen remains at first, 1 down. Drysdale with the delivery. Hodges. This was a pitch out, and Jensen holding first. So ball 1. The 1-0 delivery now to Gil Hodges. And Hodges, this one painting the black on the outside, called strike 3. Don Drysdale picking up strikeout number 1. And here's Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, fly to deep right center. 2 away here in the top of the third inning. In the top of the third. And a run in. Drysdale with a 2-1 delivery. Fastball to Banks. And Banks sends this hard hit ground ball to left. Billy Williams up with the ball. Jensen's going to make third on the play. Runners at the corners. 2 down. We're going to stop here for a nice baseball story. Big Clue says, one of my favorite baseball stories is the time Richie Ashburn, famous for fouling off pitches, knocked a woman in the stands unconscious when she was hit by one. As she was being carried out on a stretcher, he was still fouling off pitches and hit another one on her way, knocking the poor woman off the stretcher. Oh my God. Never heard that story before. So Richie Ashburn, very early, Jose Lind could foul off pitches all day, and I saw somebody rocked by a Jose Lind foul ball. So, wow, never heard that story. Poor woman. Jeez. Right off the stretcher. That's some bad juju there, man. All right, runners at the corners, 2 down. Don Drysdale working from the stretch to Yogi Berra, who is 1 for 1 in the game. Berra swings. He had an infield single last time. Chops to Maz, on to Cepeda. Side retired, but another run in for the Musels. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and we go to the bottom of the third, and it's 2-0. Musels versus Clementes. This is 1950s decade versus the 1960s. Bill Mazeroski will lead it off. Don Drysdale, and back at the top of the order on Vatapinson. Maz hitting .272, 17 home runs, 69 runs batted in for him. Robin Roberts has a strikeout in the game thus far. Roberts kicks and fires the 0-2 delivery, and this one a late called strike 3. Mazeroski not happy with the call. Robin Roberts will gleefully take it 1 away. And that will bring Don Drysdale to the plate. Drysdale hitting an even .200, a home run, and 8 runs batted in. Roberts winds and fires the 1-2 pitch. And Drysdale chopper to short. Ernie Banks up with it on to Gil Hodges for the 6-3 textbook putout and 2 down. Vatapinson flied out deep down the left field line back in the first. Roberts kicks and fires. Count even on Pinson, and Pinson, this was going to go to the wall for extra bases. 2-out double for Vatapinson. And once again, the Clementes with a runner in scoring position. Not able to cash in thus far. 2-0 lead in favor of the Detroit Musels. And that brings in Jim Fregosi. 0 for 1 in the game. Grounded to first. 2 away. Roberts checks the runners. 3-1 pitch to Fregosi. Fregosi lays off and draws ball 4. So Robin Roberts issuing his first free pass of the game here in the bottom of the third. And brings up the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Grounded to third, back in the first. 2 aboard, 2 down. Roberts with the 1-2 delivery. Cepeda swings, fly ball, center field. Richie Ashburn has it quite handily. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and once again, the Atlanta Clementes turned away. It is 2-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. The Detroit Musels will send up Eddie Yost, Red Shane Dietz, and Robin Roberts. Yost 0 for 1 in the game, grounded to first. All right. Drysdale delivers now to Yost. The 1-2 pitch. Yost swings. Little grounder to third. Brooks Robinson, of course, always making it look easy, even when it isn't. Eddie Yost is retired for out number 1. So to continue Big Clue story, her grandkids, they came to the hospital to visit, see the gifts from the Phillies, and ask, "Do you think you could go to an Eagles game?" That's funny. All right. Here's Red Schoendienst. Schoendienst grounded to first, back in the second. Drysdale fires it in. Schoendienst first pitch swinging, gapper into right field, goes to the wall, and Red Schoendienst with a 1-out double. Here comes Detroit. Detroit picking up its 5th hit of the game. Robin Roberts, nothing for 1. Fly to deep left center his last time up. Freehan sets the sign. Drysdale with the pitch. Roberts swinging. And this one bunted out in front of home plate. This one kind of high. Freehan waiting for it to come down. Everybody holding their breath here at Shea. And Freehan has it. And they throw down. And Schoendienst was doubled up. So inning-ending double play, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and it's 2-0. So what a play there. All right, Billy Williams, nothing for 1. One of the biggest, the saddest stories for both Billy Williams and Ernie Banks, 2 Hall of Famers, great players. And the Pantheon never got to a World Series. All right. Robin Roberts, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Roberts kicks and deals the 1-0 delivery to Billy Williams. Williams swings, high fly ball down the right. This one has distance. Jensen gets it at the wall, 1 down. So Billy gave it a ride. And here is the great one, Roberto Clemente. He gave it a ride to deep right center. So they're getting some good contact off of Roberts, but just not enough oomph. Robin Roberts kicks and fires. Clemente swinging on the first pitch. Fly ball. Center field. Richie Ashburn goes back and makes the catch from his cross-state rival. 2 away. And here's Brooks Robinson. Brooksy struck out back in the second. Berra sets the sign. Roberts with the 1-1. Robinson swings. Chopper to short. Ernie Banks up with it. On to Gil Hodges to retire Robinson and the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 4 in the books here at Shea Stadium. It's 2-0. Big Clue says you can't make this stuff up, right? He says at least Banks and Williams got into the hall where they were still alive. Yeah, Ron Santo got the you're right. He got the major hose job. Don't know what the hell. Ron Santo definitely deserved Hall of Famer. Not quite as criminal as Buck O'Neil, but criminal enough for sure. See 6 people in. Thank you. I'd appreciate anybody feel like dropping a like. It does help the algorithm, as it were. Richie Ashburn now is nothing for 1 in the contest. He grounded to first and he walked back in the third. Drysdale with a strikeout and a walk. All right, Drysdale rears and fires here. The 0-1 delivery fastball. Ashburn trying the drag bunt, and he looks like he has it. The throw goes errant into right field, and Ashburn will end up on second, and that one is going to be an E2. So how about that? Ashburn tries the drag bunt. Freehan pounces on it, and immediately throws it into right field as opposed to throwing it to Cepeda at first. So Ashburn, with some speed, has a stolen base in this game, is in scoring position for the Detroit Mules as Jackie Jensen steps up 1 for 2, having a good game, a solo homer in the first, and then safe on a throwing error in the third. Drysdale delivers with the 0-1. And Jensen sends this one high fly ball to left field. Billy Williams had him played perfectly. Ashburn tagging at second. He will hold position 1 away. I saw that Steve Tate had a stream earlier today, so check it out. Just wanted to talk some baseball. So hopefully you guys, I was at work, couldn't catch it. So check it out. Steve Tate is always, always, always fun. All right. Big Clue says, so the J.G. Spink winner, Earl Lawson, ran his mouth trashing Pinson for years when Pinson was in the ballot. Lawson was a highly respected national sports writer, dean of the Cincinnati Writers at the time. Big Clue continues, I won't call him a racist per se, and Big Clue, thank you for, and I know that you would. One of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody writes per se as P-E-R space S-A-Y. That drives me to distraction. Anyhow, he says, I won't call him a racist per se, but Lawson gave both Pinson and Frank a lot of hell in the press during their playing days, and even got into a fist fight with one of them once. Wow. Good evening to you, Todd B. Taking a little break from the McGreevy League tonight because I don't want it to end, but it's going to. It's coming down to the wire. And as I recall, you're still in second place. However, you're now 4 games back, so it's if it holds, it's going to be you and Manchester in the World Series. But Cleveland finally not able to keep, and you were beaten by St. Louis. So St. Louis kept you off the pace. So it's now 4-game lead by Manchester, threatening to pull away. Minoso, nothing for 2. He's grounded to second, fly to deep center as Big Clue says hashtag word crimes. When I see people write, or when they do this, I'm going to put it in the chat. So here are 2 of my big pet peeves when people say per se, and when they do this. This really drives me nuts. For the word segue, and they do segue when it should be segue, and it should be, as Big Clue did it, per se. So there we go. Anyhow, Minoso 1 for 2. Oh, and don't get me started on that word, which should be that word. All right. Yes, I am a curmudgeon when it comes to that. Drysdale delivers with Ashburn in scoring position. The 1-1. Minoso swings. Clean base hit up the middle. Pinson up with it. Ashburn started to round third, but they flashed the stop sign. Runner at the corners for the Detroit Mules. Only 1 down, and here's Gil Hodges. He is 1 for 2. Singled and struck out. Drysdale again working from the stretch in the 0-1. There goes Minoso. The throw down. Maz's tag. Not in time. Minnie Minoso picking up the steal. So 2 steals for the Detroit Mules. And And Hodges back in the box in the 0-2 delivery from Don Drysdale. Hodges swings. Fly ball to left. This should be deep enough to score Ashburn. Billy Williams has it. Ashburn tagging at third. He will come home with the third Mules run. It is now 3-0. So Robin Roberts working on a 2-hitter right now. The Clementes also with 2 errors. Minoso in scoring position out at second base, and here's Mr. Cub. So Banks singled back in the third. Drysdale fires it home, the 1-0 delivery. Fastball swung on. Long hit fly ball to center field, but Pinson has it short of the track. Side retired. 1 run, 1 hit. 1 error, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Detroit Mules 3 and the Atlanta Clementes nothing due up. Bill Freehand, Bill Mazeroski, and Don Drysdale. Freehand nothing for 1 in the contest. Flied out back in the 2nd. Gave it a ride. Yes, Clue, my good man. We do use the King's English around here. You want to move Cy Seymour out of the rotation, Todd? If you could leave me just a reminder in the Discord, and I will move Cy Seymour out of your rotation. No worries. All right, Freehand nothing for 1. Robin Roberts working on a 2-hitter right now. Roberts has struck out 2 and walked 1. Roberts works now with the 1-2 pitch to Freehand. This one fouled back. Freehand back in the box. The 1-2 delivery. Freehand swings, high fly ball, right field. Jensen going back on it and making the catch. So again, the story for the Clementes throughout this game is they're making good contact with the ball, but they're hitting them a little bit too high and just a little bit too shallow. Mazeroski, 0-for-1. Maz with an error in this game. Struck out back in the third. Roberts deals the 2-2 pitch to Mazeroski. Fly ball to left field. Not enough distance. Minoso runs back toward the track. 2 up, 2 down for Don Drysdale. Don Drysdale's 0-for-1. Grounded to short. Berra sets the target. Roberts with the 2-2 pitch to Drysdale. Drysdale, that one on the inside corner, and that'll be the third strikeout issued by Robin Roberts. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the sixth. It is 3-0 Musials over the Clementes. Yogi Berra, Eddie Yost, and Red Schoendienst due up. I will say it once for you in Dutch. Schoendienst is actually how you say it in Dutch. Schoendienst. All right, Berra is a 1-for-2, and it sounds like you're coughing up a fur ball. All right, Berra singled, infield single back in the second, and grounded to second in the third. Drysdale with a walkout, with a punch out and a walk. 1-1 pitch. Berra swings. This one fouled on the third base side. Brooks Robinson giving chase, but this one will easily make the seats. About 20 rows back, it's Shea. Berra back in the box now, and here is the 1-2 delivery from Don Drysdale. Berra swings. Fly ball to right field. Clemente back on this ball and makes the catch just short of the wall. 1 down. Eddie Yost is 0-for-2. He's grounded out twice. Drysdale into his motion. The 0-2 delivery. Fastball. And this one painting the outside corner. So Eddie Yost is retired. 2 down. Drysdale has fanned his second. Schoendienst, here's the delivery. And a runner aboard. And that brings up Robin Roberts, who's 0-for-2. Here's the delivery by Drysdale. 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Fly ball to right. Coming in on it is Clemente. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It is still 3-0 Musials over the Clementes. Back at the top of the order, Vada Pinson, Jim Fregosi, and Orlando Cepeda. Pinson is 1-for-2 in the contest. He doubled back in the third. That double was wasted. Roberts fires it in. The 1-1 pitch. Pinson swings. Liner. And Jackie Jensen making the play on that frozen rope. 1 up, 1 down. Fregosi 0-for-1. He is grounded first and walked. Berra sets the target. Roberts kicks and fires. Fregosi swinging on the first pitch, sends this one to center field and down into the glove of Richie Ashburn. So these Atlanta Clemente fans, not a lot to cheer about today here at Chase Stadium, as Orlando Cepeda steps in, 0-for-2. Of course, this ballpark, not only the site of some great baseball drama, but also the site of rock's first stadium concert by none other than the Beatles. A concert produced by Sid Bernstein. The Beatles would play Shea 3 times. Cepeda 0-for-2. Roberts kicks and fires. 0-2. Fastball swung on. Another routine fly ball to center, and it's Richie Ashburn making the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 6 in the books here at Shea Stadium in Flushing, and it is 3-0. Musials over the Clementes, and the Musials will send up the top of the order, Richie Ashburn, Jackie Jensen, and Minnie Minoso. Legend Sports Universe coming in and saying hi to everybody. He also says Eddie Yost had an epic postseason last year in his all-time baseball league after a mediocre regular season. Good to see you in, my friend. Good to see you in. Thank you, guys. Hover over Legend Sports Universe. You'll see the 3 dots. Please click on Go to Channel. Go there. Please subscribe. Does a lot of great stuff. Been catching up on the baseball stuff, and I cannot wait Except I'm going to wait for the new version of MLB The Show because they're bringing the Negro Leagues to the show. So I'm going to wait, and then hopefully the vault, all the modders will be kind and update all those things, and then you guys will start seeing some MLB The Show on my channel, though differently than the way Legends does it. Don't want to be a copycat. I do want to put the game on the channel, though, because why not? It's baseball, and this is a baseball channel. All right. You're most welcome, Legends. Definitely want people to get to your channel. It's absolutely brilliant. And also, Legends Sports Universe, as you would imagine, by the name of his channel, does other sports as well. So you can have a great time at that channel, believe me. Ashburn now to lead it off here in the 7th. Richie Ashburn is 0-for-2. He is grounded to first, walked, and bunted to the catcher. Was safe on an error back in the 5th. Drysdale winds and fires. Payoff pitch to Richie Ashburn. Ashburn swings on the full count pitch and chops it to Jim Fregosi. Fregosi plants and throws on to the baby bull for the 6-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down for Jackie Jensen. 1-for-3 with a home run. Drysdale with a 1-2. Jensen, this one, chasing. And Drysdale fans his third. So 2 up, 2 down for Minnie Minoso. Minnie Minoso singled back in the 5th. Drysdale works now the 0-2 pitch. Minoso skies this one to left center. Williams going back. Williams can only watch it go out of here. Minnie Minoso with a solo shot. This went 392 feet. And the Detroit Mules add to their lead. It is now 4-0 here in the top of the 7th. And here is Gil Hodges. Hodges with a sacrifice scoring Richie Ashburn in the 5th, and he singled back in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. Drysdale touched up for 2 home runs in this game. The 1-2 pitch. Hodges is punched out. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Detroit Mules 4 and the Atlanta Clementes nothing. Legends Sports Network says there are roster modders who already have a ton of Negro Leaguers in the 2022 version. Ah, well then maybe I will have to get it a little sooner. Loving it. One thing nice about being a musician, working a regular job, but also being a musician, I get to write off all kinds of stuff. So yes, indeed, it's going to be kind of an income tax return this year, but it is what it is. Last year, nothing, because I worked for Porsche. So I had to pay last year, and I'm like, this is bullshit, man. Anyhow. Billy Williams leading it off here in the bottom of the 7th. He doubled and flied out. Clemente is just trying to get on the board. Again, making good contact off of Roberts, but not getting it out where it needs to go. Roberts delivers the 1-0 delivery to Billy Williams. Williams shoots this one to short. Ernie Banks up with a close play. Billy Williams is safe, so he beats it out. So Ernie Banks getting to that ball. By the time he gets the throw off, Billy Williams is safe at first. Williams with just 7 steals with good speed getting down the line. And here's Roberto Clemente. Swing of the bat by him could cut this lead in half. Clemente has flied out to deep right center and to deep right. Roberts delivers the 0-1 delivery. Fastball swung on. Chopper to second. Could they get 2? Shane Dienst will go to first to Hodges. And Williams will move to second on the play. No time to get Billy Williams, who is off with the pitch. Brooks Robinson now in there. Brooksy 0-for-2. He has struck out and grounded to short. Billy Williams in scoring position. Robinson has some pop in the back. Can still cut this lead in half. Here is the wind and the pitch. Robinson sends this one to left field. This one high. This one deep. And this one off the wall. Billy Williams will score on the Robinson double here in the bottom of the 7th. The Atlanta Clementes getting on the board. It is now 4-1, and here is catcher Bill Freehan. Robinson in scoring position. Freehan has given it a ride to deep right both times. Wind now shifting around and favoring right-handed pull hitters. Wind going out at left field at 12 miles per hour. Game started with the wind blowing in, so big shift around here in Queens. Roberts delivers the 0-1. Berra out to have a little chin wag with Roberts back behind the dish. Roberts lets it go now. Freehand swings, fly ball to right field. Jensen back on this ball, makes the catch. Brooks Robinson tags at second, and they flash the stop sign. So 2 down, 1 in for Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski nothing for 2. He struck out and flied out. Roberts checks the runner Robinson at second. Brooksy not known as a base stealer. The delivery from Roberts, the 2-0. Curveball to Maz, little chopper. And Roberts over to covers. Hodges is up with it to retire Mazeroski and the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, a man left. We finish 7 here at Shea Stadium in the Big Apple. And it's the Detroit Mutuals 4 and the Atlanta Clementes 1. Ernie Banks will lead it off for the Mutuals. He'll be followed by Yogi Berra and Eddie Yost. Mr. Cub 1 for 3 in the game. Singled back in the 3rd. Drysdale, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks for him. Drysdale 1-1. No headhunting by Drysdale. Banks chopper to short. Fregosi up with it. Shortstop, retiring the shortstop in the 6-3. There goes Mr. Cub. Yogi Berra 1 for 3. It ain't over till it's over. Drysdale fires it in. Count even on Berra. Berra flies this one to right field and down into the glove of Roberto Clemente. Game going along at a great clip. We're at 52 minutes. Eddie Yost, nothing for 3. Grounded out twice and struck out. Drysdale with a 2-2 pitch to Eddie Yost. Fastball. And that one, big swing and a miss. So Drysdale picks up strikeout number 5. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Mutuals 4 and the Clementes 1. Don Drysdale will lead it off here for the Clementes, and then back at the top of the order, and Vada Pinson and Jim Fregosi. And I think we are going to get a pinch hitter. Who do we like? Who do we like? Who do we like? Let's see. I think we are going to go with... I'm going to let the chat call it. Alright, so, it was 8 innings ago, Cousin Ken. Alright, well, there we go. Todd B. already saying it. As I was going to say, let's go to the chat. Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, will come in. Drysdale's day is done, so we're going to have a giant pinch hit for a Dodger. Gotta love that. Willie Mays, my God. Arguably since integration, at least, the greatest baseball player of all time. If you include pre-integration, I would say Babe Ruth first, Willie Mays second, but a close second. If Mays could pitch, another story. Integrate the Negro Leagues, then it starts to get really complicated, right? But no denying the elite among the elite, Willie Mays. Numbers on him, 332, 43 home runs, 112 runs batted in exhibition games, so a lot of the big guys still on the bench. You'll notice, of course, Hank Aaron not in the lineup. Stan Musial not in the lineup in the team that he is named for. Roberts fires it into Mays. Full count to the Say Hey Kid. Mays lays off, so good call by Todd B. Willie Mays aboard with nobody out, and Mays has some wheels, 21 steals. Back at the top of the order, and Vada Pinson, who is 1 for 3 with a double. All-star cast in here. Mays was no Lloyd Wainer, according to some. No, Lloyd Wainer was no Mays. Please believe me. Like I said, I misread you last night. Lloyd Wainer, though, does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, is he on the level of Willie Mays? Absolutely not. Very few center fielders are at that level. I would say Mickey Mantle, certainly Duke Snyder. You had that goal, that right? The 1950s. That was center fielder kingdom of the world was New York City. You got to put Tris Speaker in there. You got to put Joe DiMaggio in there as a great center fielder, certainly. As far as center fielders go. But Lloyd Wainer still deserving of the Hall of Fame. All right, Mays, good lead off first. Nobody out. Here's a delivery to Pinson. Pinson swinging on the first pitch. Long fly ball to center field. Ashburn back on this ball. Short of the track, makes the catch. Mays gets back to first. One away for Jim Fregosi, and I think we're gonna go to our bench again. Fregosi has grounded out, flied out, and walked. So we need to make something happen here, and we're going to go ahead and let the chat call it as Pib99 steps in. So como está, paisan? Good to see you. All right, Todd B, you made a good call. You wanna call another one in? It's up there. Who do you like? We'll let Todd B or whoever makes the first call for a pinch hitter for Fregosi, because we still have Aparicio coming to play short. Frank Robinson, you got it. All right, the judge coming in now. Big Frank Robinson, 333, 39 home runs, 104 runs batted in. When we do a rematch of these teams, we're going to retool the lineup because there's a lot more power sitting on the Atlanta Clemente bench. All right, Big Frank steps in. Mays at first. What more could you ask for? On your team, you got Willie Mays at first, and you got Frank Robinson stepping to the plate, but you got to face Robin Roberts. Love it. Roberts deals 3-0 pitch. Robinson lays off. Robertson trying to pitch around the big slugger. And I don't think we're going to pitch hit for Orlando Cepeda just because this is a big stick here. Cepeda, however, has grounded out and flied out twice. Mays at second, Robinson at first here in the bottom of the eighth at Shea Stadium in this exhibition game of the renamed Not the 9 O'Clock Heresy League to whatever I decide to name it. Roberts deals to Cepeda the 2-0 delivery. Cepeda swings, base hit up the middle. Mays rounding third. Ashburn shallow on that ball, and they're going to hold the Say Hey Kid. Bases loaded for Billy Williams. This could bust it out right here. Billy Williams, though, in the game, he's 2 for 3, a double and a single. We're going to leave Billy Williams in to pitch against Roberts. Robin Roberts now has a walked 3 in addition to his 3 strikeouts. Held a commanding lead, still does, but in some trouble here. No place to put Billy Williams. And here is the wind from the stretch and the 1-2 to Billy Williams. And Billy Williams swings and misses. 2 down. Huge pitch by Robin Roberts. And we have Roberto Clemente. Clemente nothing for 3. And I am so loath to pinch hit for him. Let's see who we have on our bench, however. So we got Yastrzemski, McCovey, Howard, Kaline, Richardson, Aparicio, and Santo. But I don't know, man. We only have one 300 hitter left, Al Kaline. That was a huge out. We got Stretch McCovey. What do you think, Big Clue? Bring in McCovey for Clemente? Do you pinch hit for Clemente? That's the tough one. All right, give it another second or so here. All right, we're going to stick with Clemente then. Bases loaded, 2 down. Big Clue says no, and not sure what the no is. We'll wait another minute. All right, let the great one hit. All right. I was hoping you'd say that. All right. Mays at third, Robinson at second, Cepeda at first, Clemente at bat. Love it, love it, love it. Robin Roberts with no place to put the great one. Here is the wind in the 0-2 to Clemente. Oh my. Clemente fooled this one, a called strike 3. That ends the inning, and we go to the 9th. It's the Detroit Musicals 4 and the Atlanta Clementes 1, and we need us a pitcher first. Let me see what we have up here. Well, I'm thinking Sandy Koufax. Not so much for the platooning advantage, but Koufax. Looking at Koufax, looking at Marichal. Big Clue says, I'd lift Roberto to this day. He's still good, second all time. And HRA, not good against the 60 powers loaded lineup. Is a tough one. It is a tough one. You know what? We're just having fun. It is just an exhibition. So I'm bringing in the left hand of God. Koufax will pitch. Willie Mays will sit down. Luis Aparicio will come into play short. And here we go to the 9th. Koufax. Just insane numbers. 2.36 earned on average. 19 wins, 8 losses, 1 save. 250 2/3 innings pitched. Walked 65. Struck out 266 batters. Koufax's favorite sport to play was basketball. Koufax to face Reg Schoendienst, Robin Roberts, and Richie Ashburn. No, and he wasn't. I think it wasn't he? Was he conservative or Reformed Jewish? I don't know. But he was definitely not Orthodox Catholic as I am. But yeah, you're right. I don't even think he was an Orthodox Jew. I know that Greenberg was. Greenberg was very, very devout. Hank Greenberg. But yeah, Koufax, I'm not sure. Jewish, but I don't know whether he was Reformed or conservative. Not sure. Schoendienst is 1 for 2. Koufax with a 1-1 delivery to Schoendienst. Schoendienst, chopper to third. Robinson up with it. The throw across the diamond to Cepeda. And Schoendienst is retired for the first out of the inning. Here's Robin Roberts, nothing for 3. Koufax delivers to him now, the 1-1-2, or the 1-2 pitch. And Robin Roberts strikes out on that famous Sandy Koufax hammer. 2 down. Back at the top of the order, Richie Ashburn, nothing for 3. Koufax wheels and deals the 1-0 to Ashburn. Ashburn swings, fly ball to center. Vatapinson, trotting a little bit to his left, makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and the Clementes with 3 chances to tie it up. Conservative Jew. Okay, conservative. A Big Clue says, if I recall correctly. All right, Brooks Robinson in there. He's 1 for 3, doubled back in the 7th, scoring Billy Williams, making, and that was the only run so far for the Atlanta Clementes. They've had plenty of chances. Robin Roberts looking for the complete game win. Robinson stroked into left, base hit. And that brings up Bill Freehan. Freehan, in today's contest, has flied out 3 times. Atlanta Clementes fans thinking that Freehan is due. I don't know. It's the bottom of the 9th. We're going to go to our bench, and we're going to let you guys pick a pinch hitter for Bill Freehan. Right, which for those who don't know are the moderates in modern Judaism. Yep. A lot of changes in Judaism. Of course, then you had the rise of Messianic Judaism, which Um, yeah, it's which. That's a whole nother can of what. You want to bring in Yaz? You got it. First call gets it. Carl Yastrzemski will come in to pinch hit for Bill Freehand. All right. Big clue going for McCovey. We will see McCovey in this game one way or another. Brooks Robinson aboard. Yastrzemski, 286 hitter, 26 home runs, 92 runs batted in. All right. Messianic Judaism is not Judaism at all, right? And we had, so very quickly, when I was a catechumen in the Eastern Orthodox Church, we had a couple Messianic Jews coming in, and they're saying, "Oh, we love the Orthodox liturgy, and we love that, and we get all the, the soteriology and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Well, why don't you just consider, maybe we don't proselytize?" But I thought, all right, if you agree with this and you agree with all this stuff, why not continue? And they said, "Oh no, we're happy being Messianic Jews." Even though they came to Orthodox liturgy, and they came to Vespers, they came to Lamentations, they came to all the services, to Vespers, to Matins, Orthros, whatever you want to call it. But, didn't want to make the jump. I guess they just enjoyed being Messianic Jews, which is cool. But they were Messianic Jews who absolutely loved the liturgy of St. John Chrysostom, St. Basil the Great. And if they had gone to Jerusalem during Pascha, they would have heard the liturgy of St. James, as that's only said in Jerusalem and only once a year. Robinson, just a slight lead at first. Robert Steele to Yastrzemski. The 2-0 to the captain, and fly ball to center. This one routine. Ashburn coming in on it, making the catch. Robinson goes back, and we're taking Mazeroski out, and we're putting Willie McCovey in. That's it. Not even going to look at the chat. All right. As though religion is a salad bar. Apparently it is. I mean, I'm still struggling with whether to remain Orthodox or go to the Byzantine Church because of Patriarch Kirill, who's an absolute jerk, and Patriarch Bartholomew, not much better, but at least he's not supporting a war. One away, and here is Stretch McCovey, 296, 34 home runs, 102 runs batted in. Robinson at first, one down. Robin Roberts with a 3-1 to Stretch. McCovey sends this one long fly ball to right center, and Richie Ashburn ranging back far and to his left to make the catch. 2 down, and of course Sandy Koufax isn't going to bat. Whoever wants to put in the last pinch hitter, go for it. We got 4 pinch hitters left. You know what? I'm going to make a choice just because we talked about him. Even though K-Line would be the obvious choice here, I want to bring in Ron Santo just because we were talking earlier in the chat how it took far too long for him to get in the Hall of Fame. At least Billy Williams, Ernie Banks were elected while they were alive. So MV wants K-Line, though. But... So, a Big Clue says, rolling on the floor laughing, I suppose you have fewer quibbles with Francis than traditional Catholics would. So, we're kind of puzzled by Tradcast. MV wants K-Line, we'll put in out K-Line. So, when Patriarch Francis was first elected, something historical happened. It was the first time that a Moscow Patriarch in ages had attended the investiture of the Patriarch of the West. And so the Orthodox were kind of like, hey, this Francis guy could be cool, but now it's like, whoa, but we're just as mystified by the Tradcasts. I would say, the Tradcasts probably have more, they actually have more issues with Francis in a way than we do. But Francis is like, from the Orthodox, and to be honest with you, even from the Byzantine Catholic side of things, there are some definitely quizzical looks at Francis. So, but again, for me too, big clue. I'm a liberal Orthodox, and there are a lot of us. So, Francis is a tricky guy. He really is. I think the next pope is going to come from somewhere in Africa. I really believe that. Roberts now deals K-line. 323 average, 26 homers, 95 runs batted in. Roberts, the 1-0 delivery. K-line. This should end the game. Fly ball to center. Ashburn back on it. Game over. So, pretty unremarkable game as the Clementes fall the Mutuals 4-1. Again, just an exhibition game. We're not going to even worry about a recap. Just an exhibition. What's nice is the schedule is ready to go, and there's some good stuff. So if we were to play out the first game of the season, some of these lineups are amazing. You have Feller versus Hubble. Let's see, we have Galvin versus Chesbro. Kovaleski versus Walsh. Smoltz versus Drysdale. Maddox versus Rogers. Well, that one not so good. Steve Rogers, whatever. Versus Maddox, I don't know. And actually, I guess it looks like we have a little bit of a. Oh no. And then Robin Roberts and Fergie Jenkins. So there's some really good lineups, except for maybe Maddox and Rogers. Not to knock Steve Rogers, but damn it, it's Greg Maddox. So good stuff. Good stuff. Anyhow, neither here nor there. We're done. Give Santo his insulin shot and get him into the on-deck circle. Your issues with the office, their issues with the man, to oversimplify. Yeah, so, I mean, we've always said, and then we'll return to baseball, Eastern Orthodoxy, up until things got really weird, Orthodoxy has always maintained that the Bishop of Rome, the Patriarch of Rome, would always have primacy of honor, but he would not have juridical primacy. I mean, some of our saints in the Orthodox Church were popes. The one that comes immediately to mind, Saint Clement of Rome. But who knows? But I don't know. I'm so close to going Byzantine. I won't go Latin Rite, that's for sure. I grew up in the Latin Rite, and I don't want anything to do with clown masses and stuff like that. All right. So anyhow, back to baseball. Yeah. Definitely going to. We'll be getting into stuff. So the other channel is going to be. Again, that's going to be more. We're going to be doing everything on that channel, or almost everything, except talking about certain agricultural products. So sorry to let you down there, Cousin Ken Castro. All right, so there we go. 9:24. No sign of Robert Wartburg. I know he's doing a lot of Federal League baseball. So there we go. So yeah. I actually got to see what's going on, because this thing looks looking like it has a strike. It's having all the same starting pitchers all the way through, but we will fix that as we go along. Oh, so Robbie is playing a hockey tournament. Gotcha. All right, good. Well, you know, we haven't seen this 19th century team. The Providence Hamiltons, Cousin Ken. If you're up for a game, we'll do something like we'll do the Providence Hamiltons against the Newark Wagners. If you're game, as an exhibition, of course. Since we did some modern baseball, and we did the other night with Toledo and Indiana, it's only right that we go back. Yes, you may, Cousin Ken. The new channel is going to be a lot more freeform. But fair warning, that channel is going to be all over the place. So MV did it. He just bought the baseball history collection. MV, you're gonna dive down that rabbit hole, my good friend, and we won't be seeing you for a while. The baseball history collection is brilliant. Love it. You pretty much just that. You've already got all Steve Tate's files. Oh my God, jeez. He's going off. I just bought the collection. Oh my God. That is so good. I said last night or a couple nights ago that even though I have all the seasons for this game, as I just finally, it was about a month and a half ago, I just thought, screw this, I'm just buying the 19th century. He only goes back to 1880, but still, I use the baseball history collection more than anything these days. Oh, you bought Baseball Complete. Oh, shit. Okay, that is a whole different ball game, buddy. Way to go! I mean, it took me, MV. It took me 6 years to get all of Action PC baseball seasons, because I just bought them a little bit at a time, and in one fell swoop, MV just bought it all. And that's right, you already had the baseball history collection. So MV, there's nothing in terms of Major League Baseball now that you cannot do. You can do it all now. Yep. All seasons. MV. He won't eat for a month? That's okay. The bank manager's looking for me. Well, if you tell him I'm Irish, and tell him that, well, I'll just say this, individual retirement account. He says he'll be eating lettuce. MV, congrats. Congrats. Oh my God, you are now like, you're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. You're going to love, right? You're going to love having every season and the baseball history collection. And of course, you have all of Steve Tate's files. What can I say, man? Give it up for MV. Yeah, man, that's an investment. But you know what? You have you will never ever be able, and that's the beautiful thing about it. You never be able to do everything with it, which is beautiful. You start going into combinations and stuff like that, the numbers get scary high. It's good stuff. Let us play another game while my stomach growls. Exactly. Speaking of collection, I was sure I sure could use 1965 Diamond Mine Baseball Wink X2. You're waiting on Steve to get his act together. MV, you're tough, man. You don't know where to start? Oh man, you know what? I don't. So I don't have that same joy again because since I bought the seasons over 6 years of time, which was way more expensive than buying it in one go. I don't even know what that feels like to oh my God, I just bought every season from 1880 to present, and but so including Federal League, Union Association, American Association, all that stuff. I have no idea where to start either, buddy. Yes, thank you, Big Clue. Big Clue says, unlike some companies, Action PC won't make those seasons irrelevant with their future release of the main game in a year or two. Oh yeah, so this Decades team that I'm playing, the subset of the Baseball History Collection, even though Dave keeps updating it, and this Decades team I bought 6 years ago. Baseball History Collection was one of the first things I bought with this game. Yeah, none of these seasons are going to be irrelevant. You've got 300,000 lifetimes of baseball, MV. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. If you wanted to have, if you wanted to do a big project, MV, now that you have everything, and since Dave Cook has only done 2 All-Star games, you could think about this, man. You could recreate the All-Star games if you wanted. Super easy to do the All-Star games. Oh my God, the stuff you could do with this beyond the obvious season replays. Jeez. And you're buying it from just such a fine company. You did it. I'm so proud of you, man. You could do, oh man. And what makes me really happy about this is MV said that it sort of took him a while, and he said that, I don't know if it's just my channel in particular or all the baseball channels, but he said he was actually avoiding them, and one day just came in and bam, So giving the community some credit for reigniting his love of the national pastime. Has the Negro Leagues too? Yep. Yep, World Series replays, All-Star games. Oh my God. It's the Union Association, MV. So the Union Association was 1884, started by St. Louis millionaire Henry Lucas. It didn't last long. It didn't even last an entire season. So that's that. Then, of course, you have the American Association, which was the 19th century rival, the Beer and Whiskey League, it was called, to the National League. So admission was 25 cents. They played Sunday baseball, served beer and liquor at the ballparks. And so the American Association was sort of a choice for immigrants, blue collar. It was also a lot of gambling and stuff like that. With the American Association folded, but it was really over a bluff from Albert Goodwill Spaulding, because Spaulding knew that the National League was in danger because it was becoming sort of, right, 50 cents a game versus 25 cents was huge. You have so much to play. But Ken Castro is the guy to talk to about 19th century baseball. Big Clue says Lucas sold out his fellow owners by jumping his team to the National League the next year. Yeah, what a dick. The Players League of 1890. Good stuff. John Montgomery Ward. They folded 7 years later because the Maroons couldn't hold their own against a better league. Of course, by the end of the 19th century, it was like 12 teams or something in the National League. So, I mean, its savior, even though there was a war against them, between them for a while, was the American League. I mean, Ben Johnson shook them up. Got to give him that. But yeah, effectively, the Union Association was nothing more than a vehicle to get Henry V. Lucas' team into the majors. Yeah. I mean, there was one team in there, I think, that played like 5 games, quit the Union Association, and then joined an independent league, like literally the following day. Now, there's one thing Dave has not done yet at all, and since this doesn't use, and I think you guys know it's coming here, right? Because you can see players' pictures, but it doesn't use. It's the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. If he would do that, you got it all. Then you have the totality of professional baseball, as far as Major League Baseball goes. National went from 12 to 8, 1899, 1900. Yes, exactly. But it was 12. It was 12 teams, and it was close. Spaulding really didn't have the resources to take on the American Association. He knew it, but the American Association didn't know it. No, he hasn't done the National Association, but I mean, to be honest with you, I've got it in Out of the Park Baseball. I've never played it. I have it in Baseball for Windows. I've never played it. It's just, I don't know, 1870s baseball I think is good as a curiosity, but so many rule changes. It wasn't really even the same game in a lot of ways. I don't know. But yeah, he doesn't. He only goes back to 1880. You're right. Just trying to go to install your McAfee. Always, yeah, McAfee. McAfee whitelist it, man. You'll be good. But getting it to install. So let me ask you, MV, is it installing every season at once? Because I don't have it, so I had, again, I bought my seasons over 6 years. So I'm curious if it installs every season at once. Luckily, the season files are small. So I don't know what their file size. They're small. So that is so awesome, man. Oh my God, that is so awesome. Yeah, I hate McAfee. But he'll be installing for days. Big Clue. Say, yep, he'll be installing for days. Tee-hee. I love it. Love it. Trying to get past McAfee. Trying to remember how to do it. What I would do, MV, seriously, Just, you know what? Disable McAfee. Literally disable McAfee. Then install it, then re-enable McAfee. That's all you got to do. Yeah, announce in a Discord that you did it. That's awesome. Huge congratulations. Dave Cook deserves the love. He deserves the love. Just disable McAfee. Actually, if I were you, I would uninstall McAfee and get Avast or AVG or something. McAfee is shite. It gives so many false positives. And besides, the dude ended up whatever. But for now, just disable it. Let the thing install and then re-enable it, and you're good. Pib99 says, yeah, Dave doesn't have 1871 to 1879 actually. Oh, you did some home brews for 1870s baseball for this. That's cool. I'll have to look for. Did you ever post them, Pib? I would like to just have them just kind of say, okay, I've got everything now. But MLB.com was asking which off-season move will pay off the most. MV's purchase gets my vote. Damn right, Big Clue. Ken Castro says, I love that this is the only group that holds 19th century baseball close to their hearts. Outstanding. Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, Ken, let me show you who is on the Providence Hamiltons. This is a great lineup here, man. This is their great roster. So you got Bad Bill Dolan, George Davis, Tom Cahill, Doggy Miller, Larry Corcoran, Jesse Burkett, Gus McGinnis, Cupid Childs, Hugh Duffy, Duke Farrell, Jake Stenzel, Billy Hamilton, of course, Tommy McCarthy, Bill Joyce, Bid McPhee, Denny Lyons, Old Hoss Radbourne, Jim McCormick, Pud Galvin, Mickey Welch, Ed Delahanty, Guy Hecker, John Clarkson, Dan Bruthers, Roger Connors, George Pinkney, Tim Keefe, and Willie Keeler. However, I think there's a name missing here that I'm going to have to bring in. Unless I missed. I did. Oh my God. Okay, so are you serious? My favorite 19th century player is not on this roster. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Seriously kidding me? Ken Castro, you heard me say those names. You know who my player is, and he's not in here. How is? No, I'm drafting him. I'm bringing him in. Oh my God, Christopher Slovic, exactly. King Kelly, Michael King Kelly is nowhere on this roster. That we're fixing that right now. Oh yeah, we are, baby. I'm gonna import. Where am I gonna find him? I'm bringing him in. I'm not having this. No. Damn it, King Kelly. Where am I gonna bring him in from? I mean, come on. Oh, this is so not cool. I'm upset. How can you leave off King? How can you? Oh no, you can't. You just can't do this. I'll fix it later. But anyhow, King Kelly not on the 19th century team? Jeez. But yet they put in this dude named Gus McGinnis. Who the hell is Gus McGinnis? Holy shite. Oh my God. Dude, seriously. Who the hell is Gus McGinnis? I don't care if he's an Irishman. Where is King Kelly? That's it. I'm writing a letter to Dave. Well, he doesn't do this set anymore, but I'm going to write a letter. Dave, seriously? What are you smoking there, dude? No King Kelly. God. Yep, Aaron Reed saying to Christopher, you need to be on the radio. Yeah, he does. Guys, do you really think we're going to see MV. MV is busy right now. MV is like, dude, I got it all. I should hope you heard of George McGinnis. But we're talking about Gus McGinnis. And of course, as a Beatles fan, I know about Tara Guinness, inspiration for possibly the Beatles' magnum opus in terms of a single song, and that's saying a lot, A Day in the Life. But anyhow. Oh my God. Yeah, MV says he can't even focus. So happy for you. Seriously. I know. Are we geeks? Are we geeks or what? Here we are just like congratulating MV. Only in this, and I'm going to say this, only on this channel is somebody going to congratulate him for sinking a tidy little sum to get every baseball season. Gotta love it. It's actually easy, but you can't focus. Well, of course you can't focus. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I also understand why you can't focus, because it's damn late where you are, my friend. MV at Wales. We got the two furthest away people. Well, actually, no. Forever Remain 90's not in here. MV from Wales. Christopher Slovic checking in for Pakistan. Yeah, it's on sale. Then they give 20% off. I know, right? Double deal. And as I said, I'm gonna buy it because I want to support him. So. Christopher Slovic says he has to take a few days off. He's working a tournament at his school. Internationally, the tournaments are a big deal because no one knows what the hell they're doing. Nice. Yeah, man. You know what? We're going to do it. I just got to do hashtag MV, man. Hashtag MV. How about some hashtag MV love there in the chat, guys? Giving it up for MV. Getting baseball complete. Awesome. Well, Ken, I was going to do a game with these Providence Hamiltons, but not without King Kelly. Just that's not happening. That is not happening. So forget that. Big Christopher Slovic. Maybe the furthest way geographically, but mentally. Oh my God. The bench jockeying without Clinton even here. Love it. Mentally, that's Clinton Parks. You guys are nuts, man. All right. I don't know what else. Thank you, Aaron. By the way, Old Time Baseball is a great game. It really is. It really is a good game. But you have to look past a couple things in old-time baseball. You have to look past the fact that there are no switch hitters. Every switch hitter in old-time baseball bats right-handed, so kind of a, yeah. Don't know what Clay and the people at Stormfront were thinking. And the off-the-wall singles, those are a drag. But it's a great ball game. It's a great baseball. It's a good ball game. Yeah, way before its time. The only other game that was like it, really, but now the difference was you could play old-time baseball as a Twitch game, which you really wouldn't want to, because it's kind of janky for that. But yeah, pretty good management game. Could play in different eras. Baseball for Windows was really the only other thing doing it. You have the add-on. I don't know how to use it either, MV. The add-on for old-time baseball, I have no idea. I have those additional universes, and I have no idea how to get the game to recognize them either. None whatsoever. And I wish I could. But I cannot remember how to do it. So back in the day when I had them on a computer that would run them natively, that was easy. It went to the additional CD-ROM or whatever. But I don't know how, unless I have to mount that. I think maybe I have to mount the additional universes as a virtual image, maybe, but those aren't an ISO image, so I don't know how to do it either, my friend. I'm sorry. Aaron Reed says I may have to let you take control of my computer or something because I get lost. I'll do that. I told you I would do that. I will take control. I have to get TeamViewer, and then we'll do that soon, very soon. And then you'll have Baseball for Windows, which I'm definitely going to have to help you with Baseball for Windows because that one is modular and all over the place. Once you get used to how Baseball for Windows works, and provided your software, the software that you use, is able to read things, you'll be fine with Baseball for Windows. But it has a bit of a learning curve. But we'll get you around it. We'll get you around it. Baseball for Windows is. And again, when I set up the baseball website, guys, I'm going to have lots of goodies for you to download. So you'll be able to have a lot of fun. No Stratomatic stuff, though. Sorry, Strat players. No Strat. Nostrata. She's a Nostrat. I'm also going to put up links to Pure Sim Baseball, so you guys can get that again. It's a lot of fun, and to Strategy Baseball because they're freeware. And I know that Sean Sullivan is haunting around, but he gave the game Pure Sim Baseball to the community, so I don't have any problem putting that back up on a site so you guys can get it. It's a nice game. Is Robbie on eHarmony now? And Ken Castro says Grinder. I think yeah, I don't know. Baseball for Windows is a better schedule generator. I hate the schedule generator in this game. Yeah, this is the only thing I don't like about Action PC Baseball is the schedule generator. But you can buy as played. You know, you can get the a lot of the seasons now are as played. Yeah, so mounting an ISO is something else altogether too, Aaron. So we're going to have to take some time, and I will help you get this stuff set up. I really will. So he's playing a lot of Stone Cold Hockey today. I guess he was beta testing that game for a while, Ken Castro. So, all right. Well, yeah, Big Clue says MV will disappear for the next 6 months, and when he resurfaces, he'll be 50 pounds lighter and have a beard down to his knees. Robbie's on eHarmony for Windows. Good guy, Robbie. We're just taking the mic. We're taking the mic. He does play Diamond Mine though. Yeah, Ken Castro says MV, please don't forget us. Yeah, I know. MV's solicitor is going to show up, and he's going to take me to the Old Bailey, and I'm going to be sued for apparently brainwashing MV into getting the Baseball Complete collection. I love it all, man. Christopher Slovic says, what's the biggest difference between Action PC and Out of the Park Baseball? You're curious about Action PC Baseball. Oh boy, I did a head-to-head with them one time, but we can do a little bit now because I'm not playing a 19th century game without King Kelly. Just ain't happening. Yeah, MV says his project is okay. So, Christopher, here's the thing. Price-wise, Out of the Park beats it every time. I mean, that's not a knock. It's just you got all of baseball or pretty much all of baseball and Out of the Park Baseball and all the minor leagues and all that stuff. You got great graphics. Both of them are very deep engines. As far as though for like league creations, what ifs, stuff like that, Action PC wins hands down for customizability. In terms of players, Action PC Baseball. It's really, I mean, there's lots going on, Christopher. If you look up here and you see all these crazy, there's lots of menus. But again, you're an out of the park player, so you know that. Drafting is much, much nicer in Action PC Baseball. It's super easy. I did a 60s draft league one night, just sitting here. It was I couldn't sleep. It took me 10 minutes. Player import. So team import is equal in both, Christopher, in terms of, right? Action PC, Out of the Park Baseball. Team imports is easy in either one. Player import, however, Action PC hands down. So in Out of the Park Baseball, which I love. I think if you're going to own 2 baseball sims and only 2 digital baseball sims, it should be Action PC and Out of the Park. But you have to use a comma delimited file to bring in players. With this, so just for giggles, I'm going to bring somebody onto one of these teams temporarily. All right, so there we have the Toledo Piazzas, and I'm just going to bring in somebody. This is how easy it is. So I can import or I can draft a player, but I'm going to import a player, and maybe I want to bring in somebody from a 1930s team onto here. I'll take them back out again, of course. Right, so maybe I want to bring in somebody from the Pirates. And look at that. You don't have this in Out of the Park Baseball. All I have to do is select any of these position players or pitchers and import, and they'll go directly onto this team. Super nice when you're at the player level. Action PC, again, hands down. A great game. They're similar in terms of management tendencies. You have to get used to the chalkboard in this. Once you do, it's cool. I don't know. I would say get it. I mean, and then just if it. I mean, I don't know your money situation, whatever. You could do one of two things: either buy it all, or just go a little bit at a time. I find myself, Christopher, as far as doing, like, say, World Series projects and stuff like that, that's Out of the Park Baseball. I like doing tournaments better in Out of the Park Baseball. I think they work better. But these two games are complements to one another. They really are. MV says he has an Out of the Park 1959 career project, The Present, which made him familiar with how good the Reds were and the Athletics could have been with so much talent by 1965. 1930s baseball, yeah, MV. Yeah, MV says the history collection. So Baseball Complete and the Baseball History Collection and Steve Tate's 5-year slice and Steve's 67 to 80s decade set. Yeah, you can stick a fork in me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hell. Well, and MV, remember with what Steve's doing with the Negro Leagues, you're going to be able to do some really cool, meaningful stuff once he gets, I think he's talking about doing 200 to 250 players. Phew. Todd B says, I have a weird desire to do an all-time worst team tournament. World's Worst Gamer, who isn't here tonight, did a worst team tournament. That was interesting. And my stinky 1952 Pirates did pretty well. Sent him 400 days ago. Christopher Slovic says, Todd, we all have a bit of masochism in all of us. I guess, Christopher, I guess it comes down to what you like and what you want out of a baseball sim. But right now, let me just check Steam. We'll go to my go to Steam here for a second. And it's not going to show Steam, of course. Oh yeah, it is. There it is. Go to library. I just want to see what Out of the Park right now is selling for. This is going to go on sale again. So right now it is $20. Right, for those of you who don't have Out of the Park Baseball. So price comparison is going to be one thing, Chris, as you know, Christopher, as you know, this is, I mean, $20 for the entirety of baseball is a steal. It just is what it is. That being said, Action PC Baseball, it's going to be a bit more of an investment, but it's worth it. And if you would get Steve Tate's 5-year franchise files and buy the baseball history collection, Christopher, you could do tons and tons and tons of stuff. Let me bring over their website here, and let's look at what we have here. So the baseball game right now is on sale. The basic package is $35.10, and just with the basic package, you get baseball's all-time 20. So 2 divisions of 10 teams each with a 154-game schedule out of the rip. Then you also, and it gives you those teams, and plus you get the complete 1969 baseball season. So not a bad deal. If you want to jump up to, what is it, deluxe, to the deluxe, then you're getting the 2022 baseball season, 1969, 1938, 1921 Negro Leagues, 1890 baseball season, and then baseball's all-time top 20. And that's it's on sale right now for $44.10. And then finally, the deluxe, this is like the big jump into the game. You get 2022, which, who cares about the 2020 baseball season? You get 2022, 21, 20, 1918, 1969, 1938, 1921 Negro Leagues, 1890 baseball's all-time top 20. But the other thing to keep in mind, Christopher, why this is such an easy game to build up, lots of sales. But this dude right here is what MV just bought. This is the Baseball Complete Collection. This is every season in baseball by every major league from 1880 to now. The other one is this guy. Oh, no, they don't have it. Damn it, where is it? Did it go away again? The Baseball History Collection went away again? Seriously? Dave, what are you doing here? I'm telling people about the Baseball History Collection. Why does it keep going away? I don't know. Does Action PC Baseball allow for the creation of players automatically, like the basketball game does? Creation. The creation. Oh yeah, under special collections. Thanks, MV. So here it is, the Baseball History Collection, Christopher. This thing is brilliant, and it's on sale for what, $39 or something like that. And this is like what, almost 19,000 retired players and different subsets. Good stuff. I never knew about the automatic creation of players. Steve Tate might be able to speak to that. I've never messed with it, so I don't know. Yeah, I see it there. It is there. So they will drop out of Part 23, I bet, here soon. Who will drop what? Who's dropping what, Todd? Oh, dropping the price probably right before 24 comes out in a couple months. They're both great games, Christopher. I say get them both. Well, you already have Out of the Park. Oh, I don't know if it does that or not. Steve Tate would know. Oh, yeah, Todd B, I agree. Christopher, that I don't know if it does that or not. I have no idea, because I never ever play with fictional players, so I have no idea. I don't know, both great games. Both great games. But this thing that is Baseball State Collection, Baseball's Top 100, there's a lot of value. And you look at seasons right now, too. Season prices. All right, we're talking $8.97 a season. Compare that to PC Replay Baseball. It stays at $25 a season, for which is basically a digital conversion of a dice game. And cards and dice games, guys, don't freak out. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. Dave Cook has great prices. In fact, I love the company so much, I will frequently buy, or what I did, I bought a lot of my collection when seasons were full price, just because I had to have them. Had to have them. You can go by decades, which is probably a nicer way to do it. Decades are on sale right now for like $53. It is a bigger investment. That's the only thing I would say would be a strike against it, if you want to say, but considering the product that you're getting, this baseball complete collection, God, more info. All 150 plus pro seasons available in one download. Players League, American Association, Union Association, Federal League, and Negro Leagues. And it would be 20% lower because you get an automatic discount when you go over $100. So you're talking about 400 something American for this thing, and on Black Friday it goes on sale. It'll get down into the $300 range, and then you just got it all in one swell foop. Yeah, I've never seen it, Pib. I've never seen any fictional players. It's out of the park. One of its things is you can mix fictional players with real players, or all fictionals, whatever. Action PC allowed Todd B to do what he wanted to do, because he wanted to actually bring in players from just a specific range of years. In Action PC, it's really easy to do that. Out of the park baseball, again, you're doing comma delimited files. So for season replays, maybe I would say wouldn't need them to. But if you want to do what you were doing in out of the park baseball, you want to do what ifs, why not? $428 for the set. Yeah, write it off as entertainment expenses. There you go. And the other thing too, Christopher, I would say is, I mean, we know the out of the park forums are really good. Action PC baseball forums are really good. I mean, tons of stuff. And I'll show you something else if you've never seen it before, and you guys, you knew this was coming. I'll show you what our buddy Steve Tate here has been doing. I'm just going to pick American League for right now. So he's done 5-year franchise for there's like 90 or 91 teams in the American League, 91 teams in the National League. And he's taken the best 5 years of a franchise and put them together. This is not data from Dave Cook Sports. So you're getting value by downloading this, because you're getting a baseball file that there's nothing like this really anywhere else. So let's look at our beloved Pittsburgh Oh, we can't. Wrong league. So we'll just take, what do we want? The 2010 to 2014 Tigers. So, all there. And he uses so many different resources. And I've never seen anything like this outside of Action PC Baseball. At all. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. This is something that I think people would pay for. How about Tiger Team? Maybe most of us know. There we go. The 68 to 72 Tigers. Aaron Reed, I'm up for doing another collaboration again. Plus, I want to continue the Bucks march to the champion. Oh, right. Yeah, we will. We definitely will. Can we get back to Ken's collection? Todd B loves Ken's collection, and who wouldn't? Right, yeah, but not 5-year stretches for whole teams. That's what makes this super unique. And you really get a strong, you really a great way to learn about, in a franchise context, but not like something like the all-time franchise leagues, which are pretty ubiquitous across baseball sims. Although that being said, I will say this: for my money, the best all-time baseball franchise league is actually a homebrew done. It's actually not even a homebrew. It's actually a released product by Diamond Mine Baseball, and they take franchises. So it's second to what Steve's done. They break them down into, like, you'll have like 5 different Boston Red Sox teams and 4 Pirates teams or whatever. So Diamond Mine, I think, is the only company that's done something like this. But again, that wasn't a 5-year franchise run, because you're getting like tons of Tiger teams here. And Steve doesn't. He didn't intend for this to be a league to play by itself, but rather to draft from, whether it's teams, players, or whatever. It's brilliant. It's a lot of damn baseball there. So, yep. Yeah, and actually, yeah, they did. And the Cardinals won that World Series in 1934. But yeah. First game, I lost by 1 run. Second game, I got absolutely clobbered, MV. You're absolutely right. Yep, throw on an extra layer of neutralized stats, and that really makes it unique. And it really is. So, yeah, Chris, I'm afraid I don't have the easy answer as far as, but I think you should just get it. Here's the latest National League that he's done. So there's our beloved Pirates in there a whole bunch of times. So he's even split it down. You've got this 1901 to 1905 Buccos stretch, and then 1905 to 1909, and they're very different teams. I mean, if you're a Pirate fan, this is awesome stuff. We have 2 Pirates World Series teams in the 20s here. Pirates in the 30s, 40s. We sucked in the 50s. Of course, no Pirates in the 50s. We only had 1 good year in the 50s. Oh, there they are. The 1958 Pirates are on there, along with the 1960 Pirates. So this is a good one. Cousin Ken, I'm so behind on what you're doing right now. I promise you I will catch up. So, mea culpa, work has been crazy. I don't know if Christopher's still here. Action PC Baseball has insanely detailed reports that you can generate and customize that you can't do an out-of-the-park baseball. At least yet. Now I want to play a game. Now I want to play a game using Steve Tate's file just for giggles. How about these Bucks? I don't know. What time is it? It's... If you guys are up for another game, we'll do a game. If not, we'll just sit here and bullshit for a little bit more and then call it a stream. MV talked about some 1930s baseball. How about the Giants from the 1930s against a Brooklyn team in the 1950s? Would that be fun? Okay, because the Giants and Dodgers hated each other, so let's exploit that. How about this even better? How about the 51 to 55 Brooklyn Dodgers versus the 51 to 55 New York Giants? I think that would be fun. Let me see if I have ballparks set up for these. Yes, I do. And I think we're going to do it. We're going to do a one-off here. Why not? Brooklyn and Giants. All right. Exhibition, of course. All right. So the Giants can be the visitors, 1951 to 55. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. That's not going to work because I got to change the color of the Giants first. I'll never be able to read that. Why is it? Let's see, what does Steve have selected here? Oh, that's why. I'm making this orange a little darker. Just a little darker. There we go. And I'm going to make their backgrounds as light a gray as possible. Okay, there, that's better. All right, let's do this. Let's have fun. 1950s baseball. New York Giants. Where are those Giants? There they are. Yeah, I can read that. And those Brooklyn. Where them bums? We're going to Ebbets Field. And a weird Ebbets Field. Oh, there's nobody home here at Ebbets Field. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to let the computer do its thing. View opponent. And here we go. One of the great rivalries in baseball, almost as legendary as the Yankees and the Red Sox. It's the Giants and the Dodgers. Absolutely no love lost between these two teams. In fact, Leo Durocher called a traitor when he ended up going to the Giants. The hated Giants. So welcome to Ebbets Field. Between the 1951-55 New York Giants and the 1951-55 Brooklyn Dodgers. It's going to be Johnny Antonelli versus Preacher Rowe. This should be fun. And give me a moment to set up the ballpark since we're just talking anyhow. Another thing where out of the park is better is the ballparks are ready to rock. This is some zen here. I can imagine Cousin Ken, although he doesn't play this game, but maybe as he's setting the field, having one of his agricultural byproducts sites up to which he has a platinum membership and setting fielder positions. I could definitely imagine that happening. I think the only people here at this game today are Hilda Chester and the Dodger Symphony Band because it's us. Da da da. Sa da 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 da. Of course, once this is done, it's done. It's just. I don't know if Billy Cox is going to be in this lineup or not. At third, he should be. This is the one thing I always mess up is lining up the left-handed and right-handed batters. There we go. Got it right this time. We're close enough, I guess. Close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades. Oh, come on, come on. There must be some weird little grid here that I wish could be shut off, but I understand why it's here. Damn it. Good enough. That looks good enough. Alright. Looks like I can see everybody. Alright. Here we go. So this file, this is from the file done by Steve Tate. This is the National League 5-year franchise file. And did I accidentally leave DH on? I hope not. Nope. Good. Alright, let's do it. Alright, Alvin Dark will lead it off here for the New York Giants. Dark hitting .301, 14 home runs, 71 runs batted in. Preacher Rowe, .307, earned run average, 16 wins, 2 losses, 208 innings pitched, 52 walks, 98 strikeouts. Rowe waiting for the sign from Roy Campanella. Full count now to Alvin Dark on its way. Dark swings, chopper to Reese at short. Reese up with it on to Gil Hodges to retire Alvin Dark for the first out of the inning. Here is first baseman for the Giants, Whitey Lockman, .286, 12 home runs, 59 runs batted in. Preacher Rowe, 1-2 delivery to Lockman, and Lockman waves at it and misses a strike out. 2 up, 2 down. Preacher Rowe getting with a fastball. Here's, oh yeah, the DH is still on. Mea culpa, guys. We're just going to play with the DH. Dusty Rhodes hitting .318, 10 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Rowe delivers. Rhodes swings. This one chopped down the first base line. Hodges has it. The underhanded flip to Preacher Rowe, and Dusty Rhodes is out, and so are the Giants. We go to the bottom of the first. The Giants nothing. The Dodgers coming to bat. Numbers for Johnny Antonelli. Definitely the edge as a pitcher in this one. Antonelli, a 2.77 earned run average, 18 wins, 11 losses, 2 saves, 247 innings pitched, 88 walks, 148 strikeouts. There's Robbie Wertberg. All right. Pee Wee Reese now. Whitey Lockman and Bobby Hoffman in at third. Looking for a bunt from Pee Wee Reese. Antonelli, the lefty, has the sign from catcher Wes Westrom. Here's the wind and the 2-1 pitch. And Reese, a little chopper down the first base line. And Lockman will take this to the bag unassisted to retire Reese. 1 down. And here is Don Hoke. .244, 6 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Hoke having some time also, as you can see there, with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Southpaw Antonelli winds and deals the 1-2 pitch to Hoke. And Don Hoke takes a called strike 3, cutting the plate in half. 2 up, 2 down. And here he is, the Duke of Flatbush. Duke Snider is one of the great center fielders of the game. .337 average, 41 home runs, 128 runs batted in. A lot of power. Jackie Robinson waiting on deck should the Duke of Flatbush get on. Antonelli deals the 1-1. Snider swings, fly ball center field. Bobby Thompson has it for the out. Of course, the 1951 Dodgers and Giants, that game shot heard around the world. I wonder if it'll happen here. Monty Irvin, Hall of Famer, to lead it off here. Monty Irvin's numbers look like this: .297, 20 home runs, 80 runs batted in. Nice day here in the Flatbush section of Brooklyn. It's a crisp 55 degrees, wind 6 miles per hour in from right field. Preacher Rowe fires it in, 3-1 delivery. Monty Irvin lays off and draws the walk. So Rowe giving up the free pass. Monty Irvin with just 4 steals. And that brings up Don Mueller, the right fielder, .338, 5 dinger, 66 ribbies. Irvin into conservative lead at first. Rowe with a check of the runner. 2 lefties today. 1-1 pitch to Mueller. This one gets away from Campanella. Irvin will make second. Wild pitch charge to Preacher Row. Mueller back in the box. And this happens to be a lefty-lefty matchup, two pitcher-batter, not just two starting pitchers. Rowe delivers 2-1. Mueller swings, line to Jackie Robinson, and Irvin getting back quickly to avoid being doubled off. One down. Irvin remains in scoring position for Bobby Thompson, who hit that shot heard round the world, making Russ Hodges damn near deliver 2 cows. 281 average for Bobby Thompson, 28 home runs, 104 runs batted in. Preacher Row with a check of Irvin at second, one down. Thompson swinging on the first pitch, routine fly ball to left, and down into the glove of Andy Pafko, and Monty Irvin will not advance. 2 away for catcher Wes Westrom, 220 average for him, 17 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Irvin cheating a bit off second as the southpaw Row deals the 2-1. Fastball swung on, well hit to left field. Pafko looks up, and this one is gone. And the Giants jump out to this is not gone. This is a double off the wall. So Westrom with the double, RBI. And coming in to score is Monty Irvin, and the hated Giants take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Davey Williams, now second baseman, steps in for the Gothams. 270 average, 8 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Wes Westrom out there, probably as slow as Michael Lavalier. Southpaw Row deals to Williams the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, this one twisting foul down the left field line. Pafko giving chase. This one will go back about 8 rows here at Ebbets. Williams back in the box in the 1-2 delivery from Preacher Row. Fastball swung on, and Don Hoke juggling it out there. That's going to be an E5, so Williams aboard thanks to the error. Runners on first and third. And here's Bobby Hoffman, 248 hitter, 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in. As we look across to our right and give a little nod to Red Barber. Russ Hodges off to our left. Row from the stretch to Hoffman in the 0-1 delivery. Hoffman swings, and this one base hit into left. Pafko up with it, and that's going to be RBI as Wes Westrom comes in to score on the Hoffman single. It's 2-0 Giants now. And we're back at the top of the order here. And Alvin Dark. Dark grounded to short back in the first. Hoffman at first. Williams at second. Not a lot of speed, to say the least. Rowe comes home with it now. 2-0 delivery, fastball. This one chopped to short. Pee Wee Reese coming in on this ball, making the throw to Gil Hodges to finally retire the side. But the New York Giants pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. There's 1 error. We go to the bottom of the second. Giants 2, Dodgers nothing. Jackie Robinson, Gil Hodges, and the Reading Rifle, Carl Furillo, due up for them bums. Robinson hitting .323, 19 home runs, 82 runs batting in the cleanup spot. Hodges waits on deck. Johnny Antonelli has fanned 1 thus far in this game. The southpaw deals 1-2. Jackie, hard hit ground ball to short. Dark up with it. This is going to be close. Lockman unable to hold on to that throw, but keeps it around him, and that puts Robinson aboard. And Robinson has wheels, 24 steals for Gil Hodges now as he steps to the plate. Furillo waiting on deck, nobody out. Jackie Robinson can definitely unnerve a pitcher. And Gil Hodges hitting .302, 36 home runs, 126 runs batted in. Antonelli checks. Robinson peers in, has a sign from Westrom. Robinson has an aggressive lead off first. Antonelli throws over, and Robinson dives in, and Lockman a little late with the tag. Jackie, an aggressive lead again. Antonelli checks the runner. 3-1 coming to Hodges. Hodges lays off, ball 4. So Antonelli issues a free pass here. Jackie at second, Gil Hodges at first, and here is the Reading rifle, Carl Furillo. Something we said for Carl Furillo, he had first resisted the inclusion or the signing of Jackie Robinson onto the 1947 Dodgers, saying, "I won't play ball with that N-word." Furillo later would change his mind, to his credit. But Furillo wasn't as outspoken as Higbee and Dixie Walker and some of the others, but Furillo was not in favor of Jackie Robinson at first. All right. Furillo, a .318 hitter, 20 home runs, 94 runs batted in. Antonelli pitching. The Dodgers with 2 on, nobody out. 2-0 Giants in the lead right now. Here is the 2-0 to Carl Furillo. Fastball. This one grounded to first. Lockman will go to Alvin Dark. Dark back to Lockman for the 3-6-3 double play. Jackie Robinson ends up on third. Great player now stepping to the dish, and Roy Campanella, .291 hitter, 32 home runs, and he's batted in 120. You missed baseball tonight, Robbie Wartburg. All right, Westrom sets the target. Antonelli from the stretch with Robinson on third. The 1-2 pitch, and Campanella. Big swing and a miss. Inning over. No runs, no hits, 1 error. A man left on. We've played 2. It's the Giants 2, the Dodgers nothing. So, Robbie, did you watch the extended versions of The Lord of the Rings or the theatrical releases? Lord of the Rings, awesome movies. Fairly faithful to the source material. Not completely, though, as Tom Bombadil and Goldberry aren't in there, and Prince Imrahil not in there, and Arwen did not fight the Ring Wraiths, but rather it was Glorfindel, but still very well done movies. Weddy Lockman now nothing for 1, struck out back in the first. Lockman will be followed by Dusty Rhodes and Monty Irvin. Preacher Rowe thus far has fanned 1 and walked 1. Campanella sets the sign. Rowe has 1 he likes. The 2-0 delivery to Lockman. Lockman swings. Hard chopper deep in the hole to short. Reese up with it. Plenty of time on to Gil Hodges to retire Lockman for out number 1. Theatrical release. Okay, very good. So you've seen have you seen all 3 of the extended versions, Robbie? Just curious. The extended versions are superior. Great stuff. All right, Dusty Rhodes, nothing for 1, grounded to first. And so the DH, I forgot that Steve has this as set as default. His reasoning being you get to see a couple more players. All right, Rowe deals. 2-1 pitch. Rhodes swings, chopper to short. Pee Wee Reese up with it, and took a little time getting to that ball. This is going to be close, and they do just nip Dusty Rhodes. So 2 down. So Pee Wee Reese making a good play on that, but a little late getting the throw off. And that brings up Monty Irvin. Irvin walked back in the second. 2 away, Giants lead here in the third. The delivery to Irwin. Fly ball to center. Duke Snider showing that superb range he has, coming in shallow and left center and making the play to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Giants. The Dodgers will send up Andy Pafko to lead it off. Pafko hitting .275 with 18 home runs, 72 runs batted in for him. Antonelli wheels and deals the 1-2 pitch. Pafko, hard hit ball down the left field in the corner, and Monty Irvin making a great running catch, 1 down. And is it possible that we have, let's see, no we don't. Okay, that's good, because I hate to see duplicate players. So I saw Williams. I was like, oh my God, do we have David Williams on both teams? We do not. Dick Williams, DH duties here, .258. He has a dinger and 8 ribbies. 1 away. And Pee Wee Reese waiting on deck, back at the top of the order for Brooklyn. Antonelli with the 0-2 delivery to Williams. Williams swings the miss, fly ball to center. And it's the Bobby Thompson show, 2 down. Back at the top of the order now, Hall of Fame shortstop Pee Wee Reese, grounded to first. Antonelli deals to Reese the 3-1 delivery, and Pee Wee lays off and draws the walk. Antonelli is now walked 2 in the game, and Don Hoke will step in. The hot corner man struck out back in the first. Antonelli checks Reese at first. Reese could steal the base occasionally too, with 25 steals coming into this exhibition game. Antonelli deals to Hoke. Hoke swinging the first pitch. Chopper down the first base line. Antonelli will come over to cover. Lockman to Antonelli to retire Hoke. And the side. We've played 3 here at Ebbets Field, and it's 2-0 Giants. And Don Mueller will step in now for the New York 9. He lined to second back in the second. Preacher Rowe winds and fires the 1-2 fastball. Mueller popped on the infield. Robinson going over onto the outfield grass and into foul territory makes the catch. And you can see, of course, on the left and right field lines where the pitchers warmed up. Ebbets Field, one of the problems with it, great old ballpark, but fit exactly within a city block. And so Walter O'Malley trying so hard, they were trying to figure out so many ways to expand Ebbets Field, they really couldn't do it. O'Malley had found a great site, and the Dodgers could have stayed in Brooklyn. Robert Moses, may he rot in the nether Hades, wanted the ballpark to be put in Queens, and Walter O'Malley moved him to L.A. Bobby Thompson, he is 0 for 1. He flied out back in the second. Shallow center. Rowe delivers. Thompson swings in the 0-1 pitch. Duke Snider making it look easy. 2 down for Wes Westrum. All right. You betcha, Todd B. Have a great night. Sleep well, my friend. He says he's going to call it an evening. A long day. Thanks, Beatles. You got it, my friend. All right. Wes Westrum is 1 for 1. RBI double, scoring Monty Irvin back in the second. Here's Rose wind in the 2-1 pitch, and Westrum liner right to third, and Hoke gets it for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still the Giants 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Duke Snider, Jackie Robinson, and Gil Hodges. Duke of Flatbush flied out to shallow right back in the first. Westrum sets the target. Johnny Antonelli, the southpaw, whips it in, the 0-2 delivery, and Snider looks at a call at third, strike 3. Antonelli has now fanned his third, and here is Jackie Robinson. Robinson playing second today, grounded to short, and he was safe on a throwing error back in the second. Here's Antonelli's 1-1 delivery to Jackie. Robinson swings, routine fly ball to center. Bobby Thompson camps under it and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for first baseman Gil Hodges. Hodges has some power. He walked back in the second. Well, Robbie, we could talk about that in a minute, about Tom Bombadil. My question to you, Robbie, as we continue with the game, and it's just you and me now in here, it seems. Everyone taken off for the night, I guess. Anyhow, and Aaron, they were called the Bridegrooms way back. They officially became the Dodgers in the 1930s, not the Bridegrooms in the 1950s. They were the Brooklyn Dodgers. Robbie, have you read The Lord of the Rings? That's my first question. Oh, you're in because it's showing one concurrent viewer, so maybe it's just you and me. Don't know. Antonelli deals to Hodges, the 1-1 pitch. Hodges swings, base hit into left field. Irvin up with it. Gets it quickly to Alvin Dark. Gil Hodges aboard. Brings up Carl Furillo. Furillo is 0 for 1, the Reading Rifle, grounding into a double play back in the second. Okay. Yeah, just like the old days, and I'm fine with it. If you have read it, Robbie, then if you remember Tom Bombadil, it should be pretty clear, I guess, why he's not in there. Tom Bombadil, it's been estimated there's been more written about who is Tom Bombadil, not only in academic circles, but in fan circles, to destroy probably the Black Forest in Germany. Tom Bombadil probably it would have been too hard, and I believe that Peter Jackson even talked about this, and he said it would have been difficult to work Bombadil into the story, and he said besides, Tolkien kind of left him an enigma, and he said it was a sort of a nod to Tolkien. They didn't include Bombadil, and Bombadil wouldn't have made sense to the average moviegoer. I think to a Tolkien geek, yes, we would have said, "Hey, great, it's Tom Bombadil." All right, Antonelli delivers to Ferraro the 0-2. Liner right to Alvin Dark. Side retired. No runs, one hit, no errors. We've played 4 at Ebbets, 2-0. It is shaping up as a good ball game, Cousin Ken. Last thing I will say, Robbie, and then we'll let this go. I am a little bit surprised that Peter Jackson left out the Scouring of the Shire, which Tolkien felt was probably the most important part of The Lord of the Rings. And you'll find that, of course, in Part 3, The Return of the King. Also, why not have Glorfindel and some of the other, right, in The Return of the King? Why not Prince Imrahil and stuff? But I think Jackson did a wonderful job, and I don't think you're ever going to see a better adaptation of what some have called the greatest book in the last 100 years. Rowe delivers to Williams, the 0-1. Williams swings, fly ball to center field. Snyder going back on this one. Plenty of room. 1 down. All right, so anyhow, back to baseball. Cousin Ken, you're right. It is shaping up to be a good ball game as Hoffman stands in. So, Robbie, hang on to those thoughts. That'll be things we can talk about in the YouTube channel that I will be starting. All right, Hoffman single to left back in the second, scoring Wes Westrom. Preacher Rowe with a strikeout and a walk. The 0-1 delivery. Hoffman, fly ball down the left field line. Pafko looking up, and you can kiss it goodbye. So Hoffman hits one 371 feet to left field, and the Giants adding to their lead. It is now 3-0, just as Cousin Ken and I are grieving. It's shaping up to be a hell of a ball game. Now the Giants with a safer margin, as Ernie Harwell would say. And here is Alvin Dark back at the top of the order for the Giants, and he has grounded out twice. It's kind of cool to be doing some 1950s baseball in the channel. Campanella with the signs for Preacher Rowe. Rowe with the 1-0 delivery. Dark lines this one right to Andy Pafko. So Pafko looking forward instead of up this time. 2 away, Whitey Lockman has struck out, grounded to short. Stands on the left-hand side here at Ebbets Field. Looking at that Abe Stark sign out in right. Hit it on a fly, win a suit. Rowe delivers to Lockman, the 1-2 delivery. Lockman sends this one up the middle. Jackie showing great range. Snap throw to Hodges at first. Side retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the New York Giants 3 and the Brooklyn Dodgers 0. Roy Campanella, Andy Pafko, and Dick Williams. I always want to call him Davy Williams. Campanella 0 for 1 in the game, struck out in the second. Antonelli deals the 0-1 delivery. Campy swings, fly ball to left. Monty Irvin, plenty of room. And actually, if this was this, I'm guessing this is a little bit earlier Ebbets Field, because this advertising would actually have the brass rail out here and left for anybody that cares. So, but there is the Abe Stark sign. That's proper, but a lot of this would change. In fact, yeah, this would be. So, because when Branch Rickey was there, so this was before the big beer advertisement. Branch Rickey, of course, was against drinking of any sort. Walter O'Malley, all about the business of baseball, was able to score a big beer thing. And if you see right now, around this advertising, no beer. No beer signs, though they did serve beer at Ebbets Field. So I'm guessing this is probably Ebbets around I would say 1940s Ebbets Field, this particular one. I'm not particularly fond of this Ebbets. I'm going to change this one out. Pafko batting with one down, the 2-2 from Antonelli. Pafko sends this one to center field. Bobby Thompson camps under it and makes the grab. 2 away for Dick Williams. Williams is 0 for 1, flied out back into third. Westrom sets the target for Johnny Antonelli. 3-0 to Williams. Williams laying off, draws the walk. So with 2 outs, the Dodgers have a runners on, and we're back in the top of the order for Pee Wee Reese, who is grounded to first and walked. We have a couple folks back in the channel. Yeah, so Robbie, any mods I pick for that channel, I'm just letting you know, any mods that I pick for that channel really would have to be very, very active in that channel because it's going to get controversy. So certainly you're welcome to be part of it. As far as moderators, I'm going to be doing that a little differently than I did in this channel. But if you'd like to be part of it, that's cool. It's sometimes going to be controversial. Sometimes it's just going to be fun. But I want to spread my wings a little bit and do some stuff. Not that baseball isn't enough. This is always going to be my main focus here. But I want to do music. I want to do some other things on YouTube. And I don't think it fits in this channel. Alright, 2 down. Williams on first. Pee Wee Reese is grounded to first and walked. Antonelli with a 3-1 to Pee Wee Reese. And Reese base hit up the middle. Bobby Thompson up with it. Williams rounding second. As Thompson comes up to the ball, the throw to third. Williams is going to make it easily as the throw gets into the cutoff man. Dodgers with runners at the corners, 2 down for Don Hoke. Don Hoke is nothing for 2. He is struck out and grounded to first. Antonelli from the stretch in the 2-0 to Don Hoke. Hoke swings, grounded deep to second. Williams will go to dark. And that is side retired. The Dodgers threaten but do not score. And we go to the 6th. 3-0. Giants over the Dodgers. Dusty Rhodes will lead it off, followed by Monty Irvin and Don Mueller. Dusty Rhodes in the game has grounded out twice, to first and to short. Preacher Rowe has struck out 1, walked 1. Here's the delivery from the southpaw, the 1-2. Rhodes base hit into left. Pafko up with it, gets it quickly into Reese. So Rhodes aboard. That's the 4th base hit for the New York Giants. Not known as a particularly fast team, these Giants. And we are just at for this Giants team, the dawn of Willie Mays. And as far as for Brooklyn, we would see this would be the dawn of like the Sandy Amoros era, and once they moved to California, so the Brooklynites had to wait forever to get a world championship. They moved to LA, and in 2 short years, go to the World Series 1959. How about that? And win against the Chicago White Sox. Here is Rose 0-1 delivery to Monty Irvin. Fly ball down the left field line. Pafko has it in his sights and makes the catch. Rhodes gets back to first. 1 away for Don Mueller now. He is lined out, popped to second. Robbie Wertberg sending cousin Ken Castro some hockey results. Campanella has the target set for Preacher Rowe. Rowe toes the rubber, the 0-1 delivery. Mueller swings, chopping ground ball to short. Pee Wee Reese up with it. He will go to Robinson to retire Rhodes. So 2 down, and Don Mueller will make first in the fielder's choice. Bobby Thompson, nothing for 2. He has flied out twice. Preacher Rowe checks Mueller at first, and once again, no real speed. Rowe delivers. Thompson swinging on the first pitch. Long fly ball to left. Pafko back on this ball. This one bounces off the wall. Mueller rounding third. He will score as Thompson pulls in with the RBI double. So it is now 4-0 Giants. 2 down. Rowan a little bit of trouble here. The delivery now to Wes Westrom, who's 1 for 2. The 1-1 pitch. Westrom swings. Fly ball to left. This one will stay playable for Andy Pafko. Side retired, but another run for the Giants and 2 hits, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the New York Giants 4, the Brooklyn Dodgers nothing. Johnny Antonelli pitching a 2-hitter right now. Duke Snider will lead it off. Heart of the Dodgers order. Numbers 3, 4, and 5, Snider, Robinson, and Hodges. Power in the middle because you also then have Ferrillo batting in the 6th slot and Campanella in the 7th slot. So a pretty deep team for these Dodgers in terms of power. Slightly a bit more than the Giants. When you look at their number 5 hitter, Gil Hodges has 36 dingers and Mueller only 5. Snider bats from the left. Antonelli with the 0-2 to Snider. Snider swings base hit into left center field. Bobby Thompson up with the ball. Snider rounding first. Ken Castro saying still fascinates me. 1959 was their lone real success. The rabid fans who overflowed Ebbets lived and died with them. Never really felt that euphoria long term. And the thing too, Ken, is historians have argued that the 1952 Brooklyn Dodgers were actually a much stronger team than the 1955 squad that won it. And of course, Yankees fans say, well, Mantle was injured in the 55 series, what have you. But you had a lot of aging stars by 1955. But yeah, Brooklyn were great fans. And while they didn't win a World Series till 1955, you had great Dodgers teams. When you start getting you start getting into the late 40s, the 1949 Dodgers, 1947. You saw the Dodgers, in 52, 53, and then finally in 55. Great franchise, the Brooklyn Dodgers. But you're absolutely right. Fans lived and died with them, and they could call the Dodgers dem bums, but don't you be from any other club and call them dem bums, right? Yeah, but those 52 Dodgers were awesome. So we're sort of seeing kind of the 52 Dodgers. All right, Jackie Robinson. That would be if I were to do a season replay, 1952 would be also good. But offline, I am sort of very slowly doing a 49 Dodgers replay, which is a lot of fun. On Robbie's favorite baseball game. Westrom sets the target. Nobody out. Snider aboard. Snider with 11 steals coming into this exhibition. Westrom out to have a little chat with Antonelli. Now back into the crouch. Here's the delivery to Jackie, the 0-1. Robinson golfs this one to second. It's on to Williams, and they're going to turn too. So it is the 5-4-3 double play. Hoffman to Williams to Lockman to retire Jackie. 2 down. Gil Hodges is 1 for 1 in the 5th slot here. He has walked and singled. Antonelli fires it home now. Hodges swinging on this fastball first pitch. Long fly ball to right, but just in front of the Abe Stark sign. Mueller robbing Hodges of the chance to win a suit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 7th inning. It's the New York Giants 4 and the Brooklyn Dodgers nothing. Temperature staying pretty constant here. Just up to 59 degrees. Crisp day here in Flatbush. Davey Williams, nothing for 2 against Preacher Rowe. He's grounded out and flied out. Rowe works to Williams, the 0-2 delivery. Williams swings, chopped her to short. Reese has to hurry this one and gets off a good throw to Gil Hodges. So Williams retired for the first out of the inning, and that brings up Bobby Hoffman. Hoffman having a good day at the plate. RBI single scoring Wes Westrom in the second, and then a solo shot in the fifth. Rowe delivers to Hoffman, the 3-0 pitch. Hoffman is going to be on the bases again. Bobby Hoffman doing it up today for the New York Giants, responsible for 2 of their 4 runs. And here comes Alvin Dark back at the top of the order. The shortstop today is 0-for-3. He's grounded to Reese twice and lined out to Pafko once. Rowe checks the runner Hoffman at first. And once again, no speed. Here's the delivery from Rowe to Dark, the 2-0. Alvin Dark, routine fly ball to right. And Carl Furillo makes a nice, easy catch. Hoffman getting back to first. 2 down here in the Giants' 7th. And Weddy Lockman in the box now. He is 0-for-3, is struck out and grounded out twice. Hoffman into a very small lead. Rowe deals the 1-2 pitch. Lockman waves at this and misses. 7th inning stretch time here at Ebbets Field. It's 4-0 Giants over the Dodgers. Alright, heading into the bottom of 7th, just asking Robbie Wartburg, are you doing any Federal League for Ken and anybody else tonight? Just let us know in the chat. The Reading Rifle leading off here for the Brooklyn Dodgers, followed by Roy Campanella and Andy Pafko. Furillo, 0-for-2 in the game. He is grounded into a double play in the second and lined to short in the 4th. Johnny Antonelli, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks in the game. Antonelli has a 3-hitter going right now. The Giants southpaw deals 0-2 to Furillo. Furillo base hit into right field. So the Reading Rifle aboard, and that brings up Campy. Campanella has struck out and flied to deep left. Antonelli with a check of Furillo. And the 2-0 delivery. Fastball swung on, base hit into right center. Thompson up with it. Furillo rounding second. And Furillo will hold. 2 Dodgers aboard, nobody down for Andy Pafko. So Billy Cox not in this lineup today as I look at this. Don Hoke playing third for the Dodgers. Billy Cox was a hell of a third baseman. Pafko flied out twice, both times to left. Big Clue says, let's hope this is the best of 3 series. Right? And then you have the Bobby Thompson shot in that 3rd game. Right, Big Clue? Antonelli works now. Nobody out. 0-2 to Pafko. Pafko pops this one in the infield. And Williams making the catch. So 1 down. Big out there by Antonelli. And here's Dick Williams. 0-for-1 with a walk. Williams with only 1 home run coming into today's exhibition. But stranger things have happened. Swing of the bat, and the Dodgers are within striking distance. Pee Wee Reese, the top of the order, waits on deck for the Charlie Dodgers. And once again, don't know if Aaron Reed is back or heard that. Aaron Reed, they were called the Bridegrooms, they were called the Superbas, the Robins, but they officially became the Dodgers in the 1930s. Finally, that name was settled on. So no, they were not the Bridegrooms in the 1950s. They were very much the Dodgers. All right. This is my favorite. The Brooklyn Dodgers are my favorite franchise that no longer exists. And in the original baseball, the original 16 franchises, the only team to not represent a city, the Brooklyn Dodgers. Antonelli ready to deal. Furillo at second, Campanella at first. The 1-2. And Williams cuts through. That's a strike 3 called. 2 down. Antonelli looking like he could be pitching himself out of trouble. He's just got to get past Pee Wee Reese. Reese has grounded, walked, and singled. Antonelli deals the 2-1 delivery to Reese. Reese swings, and this one a chopper up the middle. Williams making a nice play. And Reese is retired, so the Dodgers threaten. They do not score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We've played 7 at Ebbets Field. It's the New York Giants 4 and the Brooklyn Dodgers nothing. Dusty Rhodes will lead it off. He'll be followed by Monty Irvin and Don Mueller. Preacher Rowe, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Since we're playing DH, we're not worrying too much about Preacher Rowe. Just having fun. Here's the pitch. Willie Mays coming in to pitch hit and base hit. And what did I tell you? We're at the dawn of the Willie Mays era. So we'll probably see Mays stay in, it looks like. And it brings up Monty Irvin. So the AI not messing around, bringing in the Say Hey Kid. Monty Irvin in this game has walked and flied out twice. Mays, speed on the base paths. Rowe checks the Say Hey Kid at first, a young Say Hey Kid. 3-1 pitch to Monty Irvin. Fastball. And Irvin lays off. So that ball low on the 3-1. Mays at second, Irvin at first, nobody down. Giants looking for even more here in the late innings. Don Mueller nothing for 3. He has lined out, popped out, and grounded to short. Preacher Rowe with a 1-2 to Mueller. Fastball swung on, fly ball to center. Snyder going back on this ball, makes the catch. Mays tagging at second, will not advance. So Mays stays at second. Irvin at first for Bobby Thompson. 1 for 3, and he doubled, RBI doubled in the 6th, scoring Don Mueller. Preacher Rowe now with the 2-2 delivery. Thompson swings. Easy fly ball to right. The Reading Rifle barely moving on that one. Will Mays tag and advance? He will not. 2 down now for catcher Wes Westrom. RBI double back in the second to score Monty Irvin. 2 on, 2 down, 4-0 Giants lead. Preacher Rowe with the 1-1. Westrom swings. Fly ball to left. This one has the height. Does it have the distance? Yes, it does. A 3-run shot by Wes Westrom. And it's all over but the crying. It is a 7-0 New York Giant lead. Johnny Antonelli in the catbird seat will enter the bottom of the 8th with a 5-hitter and a 7-run lead. Davey Williams is 0 for 3. Rowe works now the 2-0 pitch. Fastball swung on, chopped to short. Reese up with it, on to Hodges to end the inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. The bottom of the 8th, it's the Giants 7, the Dodgers nothing, and we're just going to speed it up. Antonelli deals to Hoke. Chopper to second, Williams up with it, on to Lockman to retire Hoke. Here's Duke Snyder, 1 for 3. Antonelli fires it in, the 1-2, and the Duke of Flatbush. This one called third, strike 3. 2 up, 2 down. Jackie Robinson, 0 for 3. Antonelli deals the 0-1, chopped to first. Whitey Lockman will take this one unassisted. We go to the 9th. It's the Giants 7, the Dodgers nothing. And it will be Hoffman, Dark, and Lockman. Rowe delivers to Hoffman, who's 2 for 2 in the game. Make that 3 for 3. Base hit. Duke Snyder up with it, gets it into Pee Wee Reese. Here is the delivery now to Alvin Dark, who is base hit. This one's going to go. Ferrillo having trouble getting hold of this ball. And Dark makes it to second, and coming home is Hoffman, and the slaughter continues. It's 8-0 New York. Even trying to speed it up. The game's slowing it down here with all these extra runs. Dark in scoring position, nobody down. And Rhoda Lockman base hit, and we're going to, just because Preacher Rowe's arm is probably falling off, we're going to bring in a scrub to just take up some innings, I guess, here. I'm loving it. Let's bring in Billy Lowe's. Why not? We'll let Billy Lowe's come in and pitch. All right, Billy Lowe's in there very, very quickly. 3.55 earner average. Not exactly a scrub. 14 wins, 8 losses. Walked 62, struck out 95. Nobody out. Lockman at first, Dark at third. Lowe's delivers. Mays swings. Chopper to Robinson. Robinson will go to Reese. Lockman's hard slide will break up the double play. Alvin Dark scores. It's 9-0. Crowd deathly quiet here. Lowe's delivers to Irvin. And Irvin fly ball to center. Snyder in on it, 2 down. Mays retreats to first. Don Mueller, nothing for 4. Swings. Fly ball to center field. Duke Snyder makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 9th. If you believe in miracles, believe in them now, or try to. Hodges, Ferrillo, Campanella. So Our Lady of Lourdes, Our Lady of Fatima, all of that. Here's the delivery to Gil Hodges, who's 1 for 2. Hodges, base hit. No, not a base hit. Lockman making a good stop in the ball, but it's an error. So Hodges is safe. Could this be the beginning of a Dodgers comeback? Only Hilda Chester remains, pretty much. The pitch to Ferrillo, the 1-2. Ferrillo, hard hit ground ball to third. Hoffman to Williams to Lockman, and this one almost mercifully over on the 5-4-3. That brings up Roy Campanella, 1 for 3, and thank goodness it's an exhibition. Campanella fly ball, and this one over. What can you say? The New York Giants win this one 9-0. Oh my God. We're not even going to do a recap, except to say that Bobby Hoffman went 3 for 3 with a home run, 2 runs batted in. Wes Restrom 2 for 4 with a home run and 4 runs batted in, and that's the game. There we go. It was a harsh spanking by the Giants. All right. And that is it. That is it. So, Robbie, you'll get a little bit earlier start for your Baseball for Windows game. So, thanks, guys, for coming in. Had a lot of fun. Wasn't even going to do any baseball tonight, but what can I say? I couldn't tear myself away from you, you reprobates, even for one night. So thank you so much for coming in. Brooklyn had only 2 breweries left by 1952. Yeah. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, Brooklyn. Incorporated into the city of New York, but very proud. I think Ken, just as a closing comment or two, when you were talking about how rabid the Brooklyn Dodgers fans were, I think a lot of that too, and that documentary that I posted some time ago in the Discord, The Ghosts of Flatbush, talked about how, Brooklyn, right, it was at one time its own city and then incorporated into the city of New York. And for the Brooklynites, right, looking across the river, and you saw the big, that skyline of Manhattan Island, and I really think that for Brooklyn, it was a real pride that, hey, here we are, we're a borough, a mere borough, but yet we're giving you a rough time. The Yankees didn't ever really steamroll the Dodgers, and they were a tough World Series. And actually, if we had time for a triple header, which we won't, on Super Bowl Sunday nights, it would have been fun to do a Dodgers-Yankees series, and I would have done it in 1952. I think it would have been fun. Something for down the road. Yeah, that is a little bit creepy. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much to Ken Castro, Cousin Ken. I will get caught up on everything. I promise you, man. Been crazy. Cousin Ken Castro, Robbie Wartburg, Big Clue. The hardcores hanging out here at the end of it. Appreciate you guys. Todd B in for a while tonight. Really was good to see him. Aaron Reed in for a spell. As they say, MV, the proud new owner of the Baseball Complete Collection on Action PC. Arguably, yeah, just awesome baseball sim. Pib99 hanging out with us. Christopher Slovic in here as well. Going back. Thank you, Chris Berman, for that. And I think we got everybody. I hope we got everybody. Also, thank you to Midlife Crisis, who is not here, but we always do that for him anyhow. That's it. Tomorrow night we will return to Big Clue. Yeah, MV Robbie says he's going to go to the little Robbie's room. So yeah. Yep. MV won't sleep tonight. MV's not going to sleep for a week. Jeez. Big Clue says, thank you to MV, through whom I will live vicariously for the next few days. How about it? See, now I want to get the damn thing because I want to watch it install every damn season in baseball. Now I just want to do it that way. It's like, damn. Anyhow, thank you guys. Don't want to hold you up. I know Robbie is probably now coming out of the little Robbie room that he's just said that. So I guess he has his own bathroom. How cool is that? So, way to go, Robert. Thank you guys. Not going to hold up Robbie anymore. I guess it's 1914 Federal League again. And I have a little bit earlier game or day tomorrow at work, but hopefully tomorrow night I can catch some Robbie Wartburg baseball after my thing. But I'm going to be turning in soon, guys. Thank you so much. Again, your friendship, the whole vibe in here means so much to me. And yeah, what can I say? You guys make it worth it. So I'll see you around the batting cage.